I'm very proud of that one. I'll have you know.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's like, are you should be? Maybe? You sure about that?
Okay, let's get started. This is not the right music for what's going on.
Yeah. It's the music running in Millie's head while everything burns on around her.
Okay, so last time, y'all spent a fair bit of time exploring what's the best word for it? The giant escape room that is the current Byakuun stronghold. Cave in the mountains. You're hiding from the primals. It's okay. Jimmy, can you hit maybe later on that?
Oh, yes. Go away. Okay.
You're acquainting yourselves with the people there. You're hearing the story. You've learned why there are primals attacking the steppe, why there are 3 of them, what's going on between the tribes right now. You find out that Shangi's, one of Shervin's husbands, has lost most of his left arm. Good thing he's right-handed. You explored and met some of the people there. You worked on craft work, like the newlith and the armor, the interestingly named badge that you gave to
I feel safe inside of the badge.
What was that?
I feel safe inside of the badge.
As you should. Hi, buddy. Let's see. Millie, when exploring, you were told to avoid certain things such as plants, like especially ones that have blueberries on them, and Millie took this as a sign to go collect those blueberries and use them against Kevin.
Yep. And no one else was remotely harmed. The end.
So, brewed a tea with poison leaves, and bribed one of Sherman's sons to deliver it to Kevin, who then shared it with Deus. I almost called it DX. With Deus. And the 2 of them, shortly after, began collapsing to the ground with extreme pain. Having been poisoned by probably one of the worst plants in the steppe. Nama's Scorn is what we called it.
I thought it was the Kokiri plant.
Did I call it that? Fuck, I was sitting here all day, I'm like, what would I call that plant? I forgot I gave it a name. Kokiri it is. I was trying to make it...
more than one name, that could be like the scientific name,
Sure.
and then colloquially is...
Nama's Scorn. Yeah, we'll call it that. I like that. Nama is basically their moon goddess, and Asim is their sun god. And the 2 of them are...
Right, that's the Dust Mother, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and the males, especially of the Oronir, are always looking for their Nama, which is their mate, because they believe they're descendants of the Azir, or of the Azim. All right. That said, while searching for Millie to, what's the word?
Congratulate?
Scold. Sid noticed something strange, that 3 of your falcons were missing, and looking up found one of them being devoured by Quetzalcoatl, who noticed the 2 of you down below, and then...
3, we got Soul as well.
Oh, Soul is there, right, you're right. The 3 of you. And dropped down to attack, began charging up a beam of lightning, and acting very quickly, Sid was able to put up a wall of stone and cover off the entrance to the cave. That's where we left off. So, let's start there.
First things first, as I see that kind of crumbling, I'm going to quickly kind of reach up and pull down the other 9 panels and just make a big old blockage in front of the entrance.
You got the entire thing sealed off already.
Well, with one panel or with all of them? Because one panel is 10 by 20.
Yeah, the entrance is not big at all. So you were able to cover it with one, and that's what it hit with its beam initially.
So then reinforcing it with the others?
my plan was to put them back to back.
And how long does it take to do that?
It's instantly to create all the panels, and then its duration depends on how long he concentrates on it.
Okay.
Okay, so, Millie, think we need to, have something happen here. Why don't you guys run back and get people moving, maybe deeper into the cavern if it's possible, or, I don't know, I don't think we have the manpower to fight this thing off right now. I could stay here, make sure this holds, and then follow. I mean, Sol, you were a soldier, you probably have dealt with a lot of people at once. Yeah, I'm sure you can figure out a way to get people moving in an orderly fashion, yeah?
Yeah, I think retreating's the right course of action here, and I think you should be right behind us once we're getting out there, so don't wait around here too long.
Yeah. Once I see if this thing's holding or if it's crumbling, I'll follow. Millie? Yeah. Millie, maybe look around, make sure all the kids are accounted for, make sure they're safe.
Yes, have her near children. A great idea.
Here's some spare poison in case you come across an enemy.
I'll send a message ahead of you guys, and hopefully everybody will start moving quickly, and we can get everybody safe.
When the bird did its fire and laser attack, did it shake the caves?
Yes.
Okay, so it was very rumbly.
Yes. Like, there's still, like, dust coming down off of the ceiling. Also, I didn't want to interrupt you in the middle of what you're saying, but as soon as you said Sol used to be a soldier, in my head I just started thinking, he is Sol, but he's not a soldier. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
All right, guys, get moving, and I'll pull the ring off of my right thumb and write a quick message on the bracelet for Sherbin. Jess, I'll send you a message.
Okay.
Okay. I wouldn't think Sol
No.
would know about that. Sol's going to be looking for Sherbin to see if there's places to push back farther into the caves.
Okay. So, all around you, there's a bunch of scared people now. They have no idea what's going on. They just see the wall of stone go up. It's now much darker in here than it was. They've got torches and stuff, but there's no ambient light coming in. And what?
Just out of character, I was wondering about this. I should have asked you earlier, but because this is supposed to be a shelter, emergency shelter sort of a thing, would they have a back way to get out?
Nope.
Because it seems kind of silly. What's that?
There's only one entrance and exit.
Oh, that's so bad. That's so
So we're going to
bad.
title this episode Helm's Deep.
Hey, DX.
Are you going to really be able to hold out until dawn of the third day? Sorry.
DX.
Yeah, Kevin, you're awake again?
Yeah, I woke up, but I think I'm dying. Everything just got darker.
You had your eyes closed.
No, I know I figured that out last time, but no, I opened my eyes, and it seems way darker than it was before. If I see the light, I won't go to it.
Yeah, just stay right here by me. We'll go into it together.
Yeah, sounds good, DX.
Now, both of you had the poison removed from you last time. It just takes some time for you to recover from the effects. So, that said, everybody's kind of running around at the moment. The two of you just had your aside. You're looking for Sherbin.
I'd be following and just
You're
also
looking for the kids.
no, finding basically just following Sol around with that, and then using minor illusion to make a picture of the thing with googly eyes.
Okay. Sid, you're just kind of standing there and concentrating, right?
I'm holding the spell, and I can shape a little bit to kind of be able to peek out, but I'm like a pinhole, like a what's the word?
People?
Like peephole.
Okay. It's still there.
Yep, I'm still holding it then.
Yeah. Okay. So as you're running through, Sherbin is with.
Right.
Yes, Sherbin's with her kids at the moment. So
She at first was going to hunt down a certain someone, but obviously huge, loud, terrifying noise at the cave opening changed all that, so she immediately went back and headed straight for where her 3 kiddos are, and she is ushering them to a safer spot in the cave. But she also got a message from Sid, and so as she's herding her children, she's calling out to any guards or hunters that she sees that there's a primal at the mouth of the gate. There's a primal at the mouth of the gate. Help the sick, help the wounded. We need to get them away from the mouth of the gate of the cave.
okay, you see Sol and Millie pretty close to where you were hanging out. So where you started like talking to people and hurting your children, not hurting your children, which is what I heard first.
Oh my gosh. That's actually a pretty good likeness of Garuda. Good job.
That's not Garuda.
Oh,
That's
Quetzalcoatl. That's right.
There's a little key burn on your drawing, I guess.
Compliment retracted.
Yeah, so 2 of you are next to Sherbin, who's with her kids. Kids look kind of scared.
Sherman, I guess you heard from the professor, but we need to get out of here right now.
Well, good luck trying. There's only one entrance and exit to this cave.
And you thought it was a good idea to bring us in here? Oh boy.
What?
Soul's just gonna...
Like out of character, this hurts me to my soul. It really does. But how far back does the cave go? Is it pretty deep or is it pretty shallow?
It's somewhere in the middle. I mean, it doesn't go back very far. It's enough to house your tribe.
So there's no like deeper than they already are.
Correct.
Oh, the area I was
Such a bad
doing
thought.
was a little bit lower.
Yeah, that's like a ground level, but that's not like deeper into the mountain, is what I assume.
Goddamn Garland standoff.
Garland stand up.
Like a Mexican standoff from...
Oh, I got it.
Well, unfortunately, there's not much we can do besides just try to head everyone into the back of the cave as far as we can. We picked this place for hiding, not for fortifying. I hope you understand. But looks like some of the people are already trying to bring the injured and the sick towards the back and the children. Maybe you could help with that?
That's a good idea. I'll make sure that I'm in the back with the sick and the children.
Alright, sounds good to me.
Soul's a coward.
Okay, Sid. Several of the more muscular or able-bodied of the tribe have now come towards the entrance to reinforce with you. One of whom is Octai, not the child.
It's a prodigy. Raises 20 syllables.
So he talks to you. I assume this wall is your doing.
Yeah, it's not much I can do to help take it down, but I can at least block us off for now.
Well, I'm sure I don't need to tell a highly respected, educated man like you, but you leave that up for too long, we suffocate.
I can mold it if I have to a bit to allow air in, but with what he was blasting us with, I figured the best coverage is the best we can do right now.
Literally, as you say that, boom! Another something hits the stone where you put up your wall of stone, the entirety of this cavern shakes. Everyone can feel it. It's like rumbling aftershock of an earthquake. You have a feeling that your spell is weakening a bit, as if some of the stone is no longer there.
Is there any way? There's no other ways out of this cave.
No.
What's your plan from here? If this thing fails, I could throw up another one, but that thing's like it's just delaying.
Well, there's no plan. This place was for hiding. Perhaps one of your friends has an idea.
We can try. We have 2 people down because of poisoning.
What poison?
Something that had them, something in tea, apparently.
Can you describe what the poison looked like?
Can I describe what the poison looked like?
You were told what kind of plant to avoid.
All right.
Because the husband tried it.
The 3-leaf plant with berries on it.
He could describe the effects of the poison.
Yes.
Well, enough abdominal pain to knock one unconscious and make them feel like their insides are filled with broken glass.
Did they eat the plant that has blueberries?
Seems to be the only thing that I remember being told to stay away from.
He just begins cursing in a language you don't understand. Wait. And he rushes back to his hovel, his area, and you're no longer there, Sherman, right?
No.
Okay.
She's taking the kiddos to the back.
So after a couple of minutes, he comes out and he's got like, it looks like a leather skin for holding liquid, and he hands that to Sid. Where are they?
They were right about where we set up camp for the night.
Fine. I will go and minister this. It's not an antidote, but it will help.
All right.
All right. Can you hold this?
I will do the best I can. Just keep people as far back as we can. Maybe keep them out of. I don't think that this thing can come in through it, but you can definitely fire a few more bolts, and the further people are back, the better.
Well, do your best, and that will be enough.
Understood.
And he speeds off at this point. Deus and Kevin, you hear footsteps approaching. Aye. Sad state you're in. That's all you hear. And then to your
Bob,
lips.
is that you?
No, he's Oktai.
Should have said yes.
You changed your name to Bob.
I am your Bob now.
Yeah. Where's your Bob now? So Deus, first you feel something like it kind of feels. It's smooth and cool to your lips. Trying to figure out how to describe like a bone nozzle. But yeah, and then you feel a pretty not super tasty liquid that's pretty thick. Imagine that you're drinking milk, but twice as thick. Heavy whipping cream. You're drinking heavy whipping cream. That's what it feels like. And it begins to, you just feel it go down your throat. It's not a lot, but it's enough that you cough a little bit. Next, Kevin, you feel the exact same thing as a liquid's being poured into your mouth. Yes, well.
Oh, what do you? I don't want any more of that.
Swallow it. It will make you better.
Yeah, Kevin, that's good book helper thing.
I mean, DX, you have a lot of experience drinking creamy things, right? Should I continue to swallow this?
Yeah, keep it up. You'll feel better.
Okay.
I hate you all. Okay. Seemingly seemingly satisfied that you've taken enough of the antidote, he closes it back up and walks away.
Thank you, Bob.
He doesn't say anything to you.
DX, I think I was just visited by Bob.
Yeah, I guess I was too. I guess Bob works in mysterious ways.
He does.
Are you,
Yeah.
Are you doing okay? Can you stand?
I don't know. Let me try. I'm gonna try to stand.
You can't yet. You're still pretty much in pain. Literally just administered it to you.
No.
That's not how healing potions work. I want my money back.
It's not a healing potion.
Can't, DX. Can you stand?
Well, probably not. Since it looked painful when you did it, I'm gonna wait a while. I should give it 15 minutes and then you try again.
Sounds good. I'll give it a try later.
Okay. Have either of you had appendicitis?
Really?
No. But I know people who have.
Yeah, I had it. It was one of the worst things that I've ever felt in my life. Like, I was still living at my parents' house at the time, and I literally rolled out of my bed. I couldn't walk. I crawled into my parents' room, and I woke up my mother and I said, "We need to go to the emergency room. Something is wrong." And sure enough, like, they said my appendix was about to burst. But all that to say is, I was trying to describe the pain you were feeling, which is like that. So just think of the worst stomach ache you have ever had and mix it with like bloating or gas or something like that.
Your organs feel like they want to explode.
Kidney stones. If you had kidney stones, it's simple.
Nope.
All right, similar to that kind of pain. For I don't know.
I've had a baby. Is it like labor pains?
I have questions that I don't want answers to. Okay, so Octai has left. Sid. Boom! You feel your spell weakening. There's more shaking in the cavern now. A lot of the hunters around you, the more skilled, starting to look a little bit worried about what's going on.
Does it look like... Does Quetzalcoatl look like he's kind of losing interest?
You made a peephole. It's not really enough to see such a large creature out there. All you know is he's there.
Fair enough.
So, with that said, what's everyone else doing at this moment? We've got Tavi online.
Oh, hey.
Sherman
I
has.
don't remember what I was doing.
Okay. He doesn't remember what he's doing. Go ahead, Sherman. What were you doing?
She has taken her kids to a as safe as she could find place, with other children nearby and other familiar faces, and she sat down with them and she started praying with them to the Dusk Mother, and the other children joined in as well as the other familiar faces as well. Just something to help give them a sense of calm while all the chaos is going on around them.
Okay. Tavi, would you like to do anything at this time? Because basically the only exit / entrance is sealed off by Sid's Wall of Stone, and everybody's now been made aware of what's going on with the creature outside.
I guess I'll be by the entrance, helping to watch if anything happens.
Okay. So, you're still with Sherman and the kids. You're still with Sherman and the kids.
With nothing seemingly better to do, I'm gonna just repeatedly cast Mold Earth to start digging out 5-foot chunks of earth to make a tunnel in the opposite direction.
Good luck.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah. It's like Shawshank Redemption style.
Yep.
Okay. Kevin and DX. Days. What?
I had something else that I could be doing if it's all right. I didn't want to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Okay. So once the kids have sort of settled down and she can move away a little bit from them, I'd like to cast divination.
Okay.
So she's got herself situated comfortably. She's got her astroglobe out and her cards.
Okay. And what are you doing with your divination? Were there only 3 and 4?
Oh, it is.
Did Fenrir get it?
Oh, so
Oh,
yeah,
it's right here.
Do I type the question out to you in a PM?
You can do that. If you don't want other people to know.
Depending on the anthem, probably.
You got finessed, Fenrir.
yeah.
Why are you shaking your head at me?
I'm upset.
No, perfectly in character, thank you very much.
Do you remember Hancock gave Soul some drums?
Bongos.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yeah. You go play bongos?
I'm actually gonna play music to help try and
Okay.
like calm the kids.
So what are you gonna play?
Play this.
This will calm them down. Okay. So you're playing a calming kind of music?
Yeah, I'm playing on my bow, just like a calming sort of eerie sort of tune.
Okay. Are you casting a spell with it, or is it
No, I'm just purely playing music to hopefully calm them down.
people?
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry, as I open something. Okay. So, Sid and Tavi, both of you feel a twinge of something. It's as if the hairs on the back of your neck are standing up. And then the two of you see what appears to be a faint orange line appear on the ground right where the entrance was before you covered it up, and extending like 60 feet past, or 60 palms past. It's a line like that thick on the ground, and it's like glowing. The two of you see this,
Time to move.
and what was that?
Time to move.
Get everybody back.
Question before that resolves. The orientation of the entrance, is it perpendicular to where the caves are or in line with where the people are?
It's parallel. No, not parallel. It's a straight line. It's like there's no wind in the cave.
Okay, yeah.
That's what you're asking.
Yeah.
It's a straight line. It's not a curve. Okay, so you see this and you just tell everybody to get out of the way.
Run back further, as far back
Are
as
you
they
running
can.
back or running to the sides of where you saw the line? Because right now you're kind of in the path of where the line is.
So holding the. Oh. I think we got to. I think we should run further back, as far back as we can, out of this.
So if you were to go much further back, you would fall off the side and into the Allegan structure.
Right.
And by into, I mean like you smack into it and then fall to the ground because it's not. It doesn't have openings. It's just it's there.
Wait, into is there?
Alright. Start fighting. Yeah.
You totally cut out.
Yeah.
Start guiding on either side of it, away from the orange.
Okay, now we heard you. Cool. You guys very quickly get everyone out of the way, and then you see that orange line disappear. And no sooner than maybe a second or two after the line disappears, boom! A blast of electricity just breaks through the last of your wall of stone and continues on until it hits the elegant machinery, which briefly lights up. And it has kind of a faint glow to it now, but the entrance is completely open. There was... What was that?
I said, great.
Yeah. At this point, you just see the head of Quetzalcoatl stick its way through the entrance. I mean, again, the entrance isn't very long. It's like a straight line right into this open cave. If you watch the video I posted, that's about what it looks like. It's like looking around, and one of the hunters who you told to jump out of the way of the line, he gets up and he's got a spear and he goes to spear it. Let me see how he does. What? Why do you always assume something bad's gonna happen?
No, because
that
always happens.
Yeah, that's true. The guy gets like he hits it with the spear and it doesn't pierce the skin at all, and Quetzalcoatl kind of just rears back with his head and knocks him on his ass. And while he's on the ground, wham, grabs his leg and starts pulling him out, and he's like clawing at the ground, screaming as Quetzalcoatl just pulls him out until you hear a crunch.
Should have put a bomb on his spear.
What was that?
Should have put a bomb on his spear.
Okay. What were you saying?
That's clearly the sound of the hunter caving in Quetzalcoatl's skull.
Totally.
One-man army.
Per se.
It sticks its head back in, and it's just kind of looking around and like chomping, seeing if there's anything that it can get. And it doesn't seem like it can.
What a time for Kevin to be out of commission. Sounds like a great opportunity to plunge into something.
Oh, he would have plunged right away. Not even question.
Does it look like we can get into the cave?
It looks like no more than its head would fit through, but it's trying, and the cave is rumbling. And then you see it charge up again, another blast. Again, you see an orange line, and it's pointed directly at Sid.
I was going to cast Holy on it, actually.
You want to do that before it starts using its move. Okay.
Like cast what?
Holy. White mage spell.
Oh, I'm thinking thinking consecration. I'm like, what's that gonna do?
Can you remind me what it does in this game? Because I know it's special
That is...
for this book.
let loose an orb of radiant energy which floats above you for a moment before exploding with great force. All creatures within range, 10-foot radius, caster immune, must make a Constitution saving throw. Creatures take 6d8 radiant damage and are stunned for 1 round on a failed save, or in half as much and not stunned on a successful.
So that will also hit the friendlies near you. Do you want to do that?
No. Nope.
Okay.
Millie gets her punishment.
So,
Well, I'm over by you.
I thought you ran back.
you now see the orange line,
No,
and
just digging
it's
a
like
tunnel.
pointed directly at you, and there's a couple other people that are in that line too. And you just see it looks like it's charging something up with its mouth.
In that case, I am going to stand in front of the other people and use Ancestral Lore and cast Resilient Sphere.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. Good use of it. He used his invuln.
Pretty much, yeah.
This is not hallowed ground, okay?
No, it's a hamster ball.
If you dig it out, it will be a wow.
What was that?
When Millie's digging out.
Oh,
it will be
gosh.
all-
See, it's more like that the paladin move that protects people from behind.
Is Resilient Sphere not in this?
It should be.
Bigby's, right? No.
No, auto Luke.
No,
It's either
Auto
resilient sphere or auto Luke's resilient sphere.
Yeah, I think it's under O. Yeah, there it is.
It's kind of like a wall of force bubble.
What the hell are those other primals doing?
Faster up to a minute. Okay, you're standing in front of. There's 4 other people that are behind you now, and some of them on the ground, others standing, and you just get in front of them and you put up your resilient sphere. Suddenly, Quetzalcoatl just lets loose a bolt of energy, and it hits the sphere and just kind of sprays off in every direction. The people behind you are not hit. It does again hit the Allegan machinery, which begins to rumble, but seeing that you are unharmed, it pulls its head back out, and then it sounds as if it's flying away.
I'm gonna keep it up for now.
Okay.
It lasts for a minute, so.
Hoping for the creature with a sphere of Sid in its mouth. Just be like,
All right.
Bobby, do you see what's going on with those runes?
What runes? Like, out of character?
The Allegan runes behind us are glowing after being hit by the magic or the breath weapon.
Alright, should I roll to see if I know?
Sure.
Or would that be history or something?
Tragedy involved in this Allegan.
Would that be history or something? Yes.
Yeah, history's fine.
Because I get advantage on checks for battles and tragedies. Are either of those involved in?
Those would be in the past,
Okay.
not.
I just wasn't sure if like.
Oh, you're talking about the machinery.
The machinery.
Yes, would not.
Okay. Sorry.
Nope, you're fine. You have no idea what it says or why it's glowing.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay. All right, let's fall back a bit. Hopefully it's flying away.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Seemingly out of
Sorry.
danger. You're seemingly out of danger at the moment.
I'm gonna drop the sphere and go look at the ruins. As I'm walking, I get a message on my bracelet and write back quickly, and the ruins try to figure out what's going on here.
Okay. Cool. So go ahead and roll a history check. We'll go with that.
$24.
What is it?
24.
Okay, yeah, you're still cutting out a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I got 24. Okay, so with that 24, looking over the runes, you don't specifically know what the runes mean. But as you stare at them, you begin to realize they're telling you a story. Maybe not like a written story, but just by looking at them, you're able to see something in your head. And it's describing to you the plans to raise the land into the sky.
Like this land that we're on.
You have no idea specifically. All you know is that the purpose of the machinery in some way is to raise land into the sky.
Right. I think this is something that I might want to ask the elder or the leader of the tribe about. Apparently it's some kind of machinery that can raise land into the sky.
Huh.
That doesn't sound safe.
In every ancient magical society, flying islands always end up well.
Yeah, just like, let's see, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VIII.
Forgotten Realms.
Our other D&D campaign.
Castle in the Sky.
literally old D&D lore with the flying cities and the time of high magic.
Mm-hmm. The Netherrealm Empire.
That's it, Netherrealm.
Or original Windurst.
That's what Christian said. Yeah. So, with the danger seemingly past, what is everyone doing at this point? I will say, Deus and Kevin, the pain that you were feeling, the excruciating pain, the inability to stand up, the inability to think straight without just pain shooting through you, has lessened to the point it now feels like a dull stomach ache. You're definitely not fully healed, but you are able to move around and be useful.
Awesome.
Hey,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Give it another try.
What was that?
I have no idea.
You can't hear you, John.
You're cutting out too. Is it us?
No, Discord.
I raised the volume on the gain, so hopefully that helps.
Is that better now?
Yes.
Yeah, for both of you.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna try standing up again. 1 sec. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's much better. Now it just feels like I ate something not so good. Here, let me help you up.
All right, thanks.
Feels like the last time he ate something Millie gave him.
What do you think happened, DX?
Well,
I had someone try to poison us.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's probably those ninjas that Kenji was talking about. That's what I was saying, and then Sherman kind of confirmed it by saying it was a very sneaky person that put her son up to it.
Let me go talk to Sherwin.
Yeah, I still think we should ground him, but...
Well, I'm gonna do worse to that ninja once I find him.
Yeah, we should tell Kenji about it.
Yeah.
Kenji will know what to do.
Good point. I'm gonna go find Sherwin.
Okay. So Sherman, by now I assume you've been told via message that it's gone.
Yes,
Okay.
and
So
she's trying to let the other people around her know that it's blown away for now. So, for the moment, they should be safe. But now, instead of praying for safety, they're praying to the Death's Mother for gratitude for giving them safety.
Okay.
Once I find Sherwin, I'm gonna tap her. Sherwin.
On the shoulder.
On the shoulder.
Sack tap.
Give her a concussion.
I'm feeling a lot better. I think Bob came and gave us milk from the bosom of his... Well, I don't think Bob is married. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're feeling a little bit better, just a stomach ache. Can we talk?
Kevin, what are you doing up? You should be resting. And she gives her kiddos a little hug before ushering them to another one of the mothers, and she gets up with Kevin to talk somewhere private.
Okay. On his, as he talks, you could smell his breath, and it basically it smells like plums and oatmeal, which is a combination that you'd be familiar with. You would know it as essentially a numbing potion to dull pain. It also has it's not an antidote, but it is a minor counter poison. So it's not like a full cure, but it does help counteract. So
Sounds
you would
really
know,
tasty.
you would know of that, yeah. Well, I mean, the tea that you gave them was tasty too. That was mint, cinnamon, and citrus.
And what is it?
Secret ingredient.
Antifreeze also tastes good.
Why would anyone know that?
I don't know, but that's what I've heard.
All I know is Kevin's about to start his opiate arc. It's gonna be great.
All right,
To be
hey,
fair,
listen,
that's why animals go after antifreeze, or you have to keep antifreeze away from animals because it's sweet.
Oh,
I did not know that was a thing. Okay, I've never even heard that.
I can't. I heard it a million years ago, and they did it in a James Bond movie where James Bond made a guy drink antifreeze,
Fucked up.
and then sent him to walk off into the desert. Like, this is the only liquid I'm giving you. Go fuck off.
That's really fucked up. All right, sorry. Continue with what you're going to do, Sherman.
Yeah, talking to DX, it seems like your kid might have been given that poison by a ninja. Did you find out that information? I want to make sure your kids are safe.
Kevin, darling, I am so sorry for what happened to you. Sincerely, I am so very sorry. I cannot apologize enough. My son, he cannot apologize for you because he did not do anything wrong. But you are correct. There was someone that gave him poison, but it was someone very bad.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting out too. Just disconnect, reconnect really quick. No, it's not. It's not your mic. It's Discord.
We should, just to be safe. Sure. We're gonna reconnect as well.
Yep, sounds good.
Everybody.
Perfect. Welcome back. Yeah, it seems like it's affecting everyone. Extra bad today.
Yeah, there's a lot of discord in here.
This is poopy.
We're talking, Jess.
All right. What was the last thing you heard?
Basically, last thing I heard, what they're disconnecting, reconnecting. By the way, last thing I heard was that that basically, yes, someone did give your son the poison, and then I didn't hear anything after that.
Okay, gotcha.
You were saying something about someone. It wasn't ninjas.
No, Kevin, it wasn't ninjas. It was Millie.
Millie?
She tried to prank you, and she took it too far. She
A
took it
prank?
way too far.
Why would Millie try to kill me? Do you really think it was just a prank, or you think she was really trying to kill me and DX?
I think she had every intent on giving you that tea, but as far as whether or not her intentions were to kill you, that is something she needs to explain for herself.
Oh my god. This is just... I mean, pranks are funny, and I'm all about pranks, but that's just too much. I mean, oh god. There's gonna have to be some type of repercussion. I mean... I think we need to call a group meeting. Yeah, because if I don't, I might want to kill her. But you know, she's my friend, and DX would be sad, so I can't kill her. But something has to happen.
We are all going to have a very serious discussion with her, trust me. But I don't think her intentions were to kill you, because Deus was hurt as well.
What does that mean?
She cares for Deus a lot. They're practically sisters.
I agree, but I thought she cared for me a lot too. I just assume everyone likes me.
I don't know what sort of beef she has with you, but when we sit down with her, hopefully she'll be able to let us know.
As this was the first ever time she's pranked me, I guess so.
Alright, but I'm very glad you came to me. I'm glad to see you're doing much better, but it seems like you had a little drink of something else not too long ago.
Yeah, like I said, I think Bob was calling himself something different. It could sound like one of your husbands, but anyway, I was really delirious at the time and super in pain, but whatever I drank made me feel real good.
Alright. Well, I don't think, depending on what it was, I'm pretty sure that I know what it was, darling. This is only temporary, so I don't want you moving around unnecessarily. We need to get you back to a sick bed. You need rest.
Okay, I mean, but what was going on? I heard a bunch of commotion and like the walls were crumbling.
After Urban is talking with Kevin, she kind of links her arm into his and is kind of gently escorting him back towards the sick bed. Well, we had one of those primals come and pay a visit to us. It tried to get into the cave, and it almost succeeded. Almost. Sid, the mother bless him. He managed to keep up a barrier to slow it down for a bit. And then when it managed to push its head inside, it was still having trouble. It took one of our men.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
If I was there, maybe I could have helped.
I know, sweetheart. We would have loved you to have helped us. But it went away. It didn't seem to. It must have noticed that it wasn't getting an easy meal out of us, so it's flown away. But we don't know if it's going to come back.
Okay, well, better go get some rest and collect my strength. Hey, can you find DX? Make sure she gets to bed over here too.
Of course.
Thanks, Sherwin. And do you mind getting me some more of that, whatever it was you were calling it?
Yes, of course. It won't take me long at all. You just lie back and rest, and I'll be
I'll
back
gather my
before you
strength.
do it.
Sherman, you essentially just lied to him because you know that too much of it is deadly. So giving too much of it will stop his heart, basically.
I wish I would have known that. Damn it.
And what's this one called too?
Billy's ears perk up.
No, I'm saying Sherman knows that.
There's so much.
Oh, okay. Okay, so she didn't say that. She didn't say that.
I'm just saying that you
Like
basically
chemo.
lied to him to make him feel better.
Well, I wouldn't lie to him. She wouldn't lie to him.
I can have some more. It just means I can't have excessive amount more.
She's just going to give you some flavored water.
Well, now you're
Just a
lying.
nice-
Lemon porridge Mio squirt thing.
Some flavored yak milk.
Uh,
Yeah, there you go. Some yak's milk with some honey.
Well,
I mean,
that it was made with yak's milk to begin with, so.
I mean, it tastes sort of the same, but
Looks so.
thanks for getting it for me. Hopefully it makes me feel better.
Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. I hope this helps you rest and sleep for a bit.
Kevin lays down, passes out like almost immediately.
Gabriel's gonna go and find Deus.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like wandering around aimlessly, clutching my stomach. Knowing where I'm going.
a day in my life.
Me too.
He spots Deus, and she immediately hurries over to Deus and just kind of gently puts her hand on her shoulder to kind of slow her down, to kind of make her stop walking. Deus! Oh, I'm so glad to see her up and about. You must be feeling a little bit better, yes?
Oh, yes, Sherman. I feel 100%. I'm ready for whatever comes our way today.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear of it, darling. Do I smell that same scent on her breath?
Yeah, you smell the same thing.
So, you've also had, I just ran into Kevin, and he told me about the drink that he just might have had. Did you have some of the same drink that he had?
Oh, yeah, it was the bone funnel cream. Yes, I had some. It's very tasty.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. I'm very familiar with this, and it is meant to make you feel better, but it's only supposed to work for a short while. So, I don't think it's a good idea for you to be moving about so much as you are at the moment. You might be doing some more damage internally by doing this, and I'd hate to see you back in that state that I found you in. So, darling, would you like to come with me and rest with Kevin? And you could both get back
yeah.
to your 100% selves.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Wonderful, wonderful. And she starts to kind of gently lead Deus over to where Kevin is.
Okay. And so there's beds there and your sleeping bag.
Yeah, I'll get in.
Alright, cool. So Mama puts the kids to bed. Okay, what's next?
It's nighttime, right?
No, I don't
This is
think it
like
was.
morning.
Oh, yeah, this is like early afternoon.
We haven't even
at
had lunch.
the latest, yeah.
Because we haven't spent a night in the caves yet, have we?
You were
Yeah.
there for a night.
One night.
Oh, yeah, then it's, morning to afternoon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
depending on how long we were dilly-dallying.
Sol's gonna go sit near the entrance of the cave and play more music, but he's just gonna keep an eye out for the primal.
Okay.
You
And
find the music that Primal hates.
you don't actually see anything yet.
I'm not looking that hard.
Okay, sorry.
Terrible lookout!
I'm in denial. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
If I don't see it, it's not there.
Exactly.
It won't kill me until I look at it and acknowledge it has snuck up on me.
Anything for you?
I guess I just came back in, right? Or are we still at the entrance?
Oh, the last I saw, you were at the entrance. That was the last thing Tavi did.
For an hour, just hanging out and keeping guard.
Okay.
Trying to make
Sid?
people not die.
After studying the runes for a bit, I will kind of stagger my way back towards the encampment. Kind of weary at this point after using ancestral lore.
Yep.
Kind of wobbly, but make my way back in and head for the sick tent.
Okay. You're very tired when you get there. Do you doze off?
Probably not. I probably just kind of sit. And
Okay. What just happened? Oh. Got him. Cool. So you just kind of sit down.
sit and watch
I'll
the
make it.
green smoke.
Yeah. Omega, you can't talk, right? You're just listening. Say something if you can talk. Okay. Alright. So some time passes. A couple hours go by. The Primal hasn't come back. Deus and Kevin are sleeping soundly at the moment. Sherbin, what are you doing while all this is happening?
Wolf is gone to check on Sid. She hasn't seen him since he went to go be the hero at the mouth of the cave.
Okay.
Sid. Sid, darling, are you alright?
Just a little tired.
Tired, he says. You could have been. Thank you, Sid. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for saving all of our lives today. Without you, I don't even want to think about it.
When we took all this time to get you here, I wasn't about to let it fall apart a day later.
She just cuddles up to him and starts to hug him. Like, she's afraid that if she keeps talking that she's gonna start crying again.
I don't know what those ruins are, but apparently there's some kind of mechanism, and I don't know if we want to talk to your chief or see if she knows anything and go from there, but it might be a way out of here other than the front entrance.
Shiver kind of gives a little sniffle and looks around to where he was gesturing. You know what? I never really thought of this, but now that I see them again, they look so much like what was on that note that Millie, that she had shown us when she was hell-bent on trying to get into that damn room.
Allegan? Tavi told us? Allegan, I think, right?
At least that's what they appeared like to me. You might have seen something different.
It just seemed like whatever the primal was sending into us, if it splashed onto the ruins, it would activate them or charge them in some way.
Out of character, would Sherbin know what that ability that the primal shot at, what it is? Like if it's made of ether or if it's just a part of the primal?
It's purely an etheric ability. That would have been obvious. Like the air would be charged with electric ether, lightning ether.
Okay.
So I mean, the primal itself is purely comprised of ether, so its abilities as well would be.
Follow-up question: is there a mechanical difference between a lightning strike and electrical ether, or are they
They're
both
fundamentally the
ether?
same. Oh, you're talking about like a natural lightning strike?
Yeah, like kind of like in Naruto, you have a lightning jutsu versus Natural lightning attack.
Yeah, natural lightning is natural lightning, but like most of the spells that you would cast would be ether.
Gotcha. But there is a, like, if you're detect magicking, you would see one and not the other.
Yeah, because think of it this way: the ones that created the spells originally, that made the innate abilities that got passed down the lines, they modeled their lightning attacks off of lightning that they saw.
Right. Okay.
So,
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it was like, well, this is natural occurring ether that results in a lightning strike,
No.
as opposed to it's a charged stream of electrons.
that's what it is.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with ether. The charging
Its
of
ability.
the...
Yeah, its entire ability was ether based. The beam it was shooting, that was all ether.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You say it lit up the ruins?
And you don't want to use your ether until you're past Barstow.
Past what?
Never mind.
Okay. You know, the primals are purely made of ether, so whatever they attack with reason, it stands to reason that it would also be mostly of ether as well. I'm trying to remember. Can Sherman check if she remembers anything about the Alligans using ether with their machinery?
You don't know a ton about the Alligans. The Alligans are a secret wrapped in an enigma buried in mystery.
Okay,
But-
so
It's very little is known about them except what you can see on the surface.
okay, so she wouldn't have even have heard something in passing in conversation.
I would say no.
Okay. Damn. You know, from all my travels, I've heard so little of the Alligans that I really could not tell you why they respond to ether. But oh, what if there's another way out of here? What if there's a door somewhere with these ruins?
Well, from what I got from the ruin when I was looking at it, it seems to be a machine that can lift land into the sky. I don't know if that's meant to be where we're at now or what, but put my head down on her shoulder and close my eyes for a minute. All I know is that we need to figure something out, because if that thing comes back tonight, we're screwed.
You know what? I think you're right. You're absolutely right. And we do need to talk with the chiefess. Is it a chiefess that they have?
You got Khan?
What do they call their lead matriarch?
K-H-A-N. She's
What?
the Khan. Khan.
Oh, Han.
K-H-A-N.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Han.
A little different.
Khan with
I-
a chutzpah.
We need to talk with the Khan as soon as possible. I believe this is so ridiculous why we have chosen this cave with no exit as a hiding spot, a refuge spot. So I'm wondering if the reason why it is chosen has something to do with these Allican ruins.
So I'm just gonna say, I think Sherman would have a great time being an OSHA inspector, because she's had a trend now of criticizing people's safety precautions or lack thereof. First it was Emmerich's airship, now it's a cave with no exit.
How do you notice that? That's awesome.
Well, I guess we should talk to her as soon as we can. I mean, we can go now if she's available, because if this doesn't work to get us out, we need to find another way to get your tribe somewhere. Maybe to Doma if we can.
Absolutely. Let's go right away.
So you're going to look for Indira? Okay. You begin walking around looking for Indira, and it becomes quickly apparent to you that she's not in the caves.
What? She's... Where in the Seven Hills is she? Sherman starts to ask some of the guards and hunters, those who were closest with her. Have you seen her? Have you seen her? Is she alright? Did she leave?
She said something about going to pray.
Right. Why don't she? Would
She
Sherman
left.
know of any? What's that?
She left.
Would Sherman know of any particular special spot that her tribe used to pray?
Yes. There would be two spots. One of them is literally on the Dawn Throne, where there is a shrine to the Dusk Mother and a shrine to Azum. Another one is literally, you found a naturally occurring image along the mountain face that looks like the symbol of the Dusk Mother. As far as you know, nobody carved it there, nobody put it there. It just looks like it's part of the rock vein in that.
So cool!
So that was her favorite place to pray.
Jesus toast.
Yeah.
Would it?
Mother Teresa in a bun.
So
Now I'm in a rock. Is this rock face image visible from the mouth of the cave?
It's about a half a mile from where the cave is, and she would have had to climb down to get to it.
That foolish woman. This is no. She needs to be helping other people.
What was
Sherman
that
turns
thing?
around.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sherman turns and looks up to Sid and tells him, in case, I don't know if he heard the person or not, but did you hear that, Sid? She's gone out to pray. I can only think of two places that she would have done something like that if she's not here with us. It would either be the Dawn Throne itself, with if she's trying to get there on foot, she's lost it. She's absolutely lost it. But if it's the other place, then it's about half a mile away from here.
Well, I mean, we can't leave her out there alone with this thing flying around, so... I know Tavi and Sol are still at the mouth of the cave, so we can...
Alright, we could ask them to see if they saw anyone leave.
As you say that, out of the corner of your eye, you notice something. Millie is walking,
Oh, I was still digging the tunnel.
even after all this is done.
Yeah.
I would have figured that you'd be walking. Okay.
Nope, just, I mean, there'd be noise of dirt moving, because it wasn't far away from where the kids and the sick were
Right.
held. Just
Okay.
diggy hole.
So from your position in the cave, you can see down below you is Millie, and she's still digging her hole.
Magic scoop, magic scoop.
I wonder if she's digging it for herself.
Just making my own mausoleum.
Metaphorically dug your own grave and
We're gonna have to deal with that, but we can do that later. It's just- everybody's okay, kind of. All things considered.
You're right. For now, we have more important things than Millie to worry about. We need to... Yes, you're right. We need to find the Khan.
So what you're saying is, as long as I cause bigger problems, I'm gonna go lure a primal back to the group. And
He's being awfully cuddly today.
Very affectionate.
Okay, sure. So what's the plan?
First, I think they're going to go up to the mouth of the cave to check with Sol and Tavi if they saw anyone leave the cave.
You haven't seen anyone leave since you've been there.
I haven't seen anybody leave since I've been there.
No, this thing is right outside. Been eating people.
So, wait, when did you come up here? Was it before or after we were attacked?
I've been here for a while.
Tavi was up here with me. Sol had come down to you guys to help. How could she have got through here without you guys seeing? If there's only one exit.
Maybe she was already gone before the primal showed up.
is concerning. Like, why would you just leave your people and not at least tell someone, hey, I'm going down the street?
Told the hunters. She was going to pray.
I'm getting some milk and cigarettes.
Never came back.
Well, the plan was to go and talk to the Khan. She's about a half a mile away, apparently praying. You guys feel like taking a walk?
Sure.
Soul nod if Toppy says yes.
Alright, great. We're in agreement. We'll leave Kevin and Deus to rest here and get well, and Millie can do fuck all for all I care. So, I'll be right back. I'm just going to tell Millie, or tell Kevin and Deus what we're doing. That way they don't worry and end up somehow following us afterwards.
What's wrong with Kevin and Deus?
Oh, you haven't heard? Oh, I'm sorry with all the
mostly been
chaos.
up here.
What was that?
I've mostly been up here.
Oh, sorry. With all the chaos, I forgot to check if you knew. But right before the bird, right before the primal attacks, Deus and Kevin fell ill. They drank a poison.
Well, Kevin
They drank
find the first thing on the ground and drink it.
No.
Shockingly, not this time. No, he was actually given the poison by my son,
Walking towards the cave.
who was actually bribed to do so by Millie.
You're supposed to be walking in your direction.
So I have some very choice words for her when this thing settles down a bit. But
And this poison and that's debilitating.
we use it very carefully to coat our weapons when we go hunting for particularly dangerous animals. Without it, we would survive the hunt. It is extremely fatal if ingested, but almost just as bad
It's
if you
Kevin's
touch
son
it.
drank it.
Unfortunately, it wasn't just Kevin. He offered some to Deus, unknowingly.
Oh, Jimmy World.
That's bad. I mean, I know I haven't been with you guys that long, but you know, if this was still the military, that's like attempted murder. It'd be like flogging at least.
Oh, I agree.
Flogging
With this, I agree with you.
Fucking Millie.
Oh,
I mean, this isn't the military, so I'll leave it up to the group's justice, but this is pretty bad.
Writing that
I
one down.
don't know what her intentions are. I feel like she wouldn't be trying to murder her close friend, but
No,
the
I
fact
don't.
that she gave it to your child does not show much thinking involved here.
No, I don't think at all. You're very correct on that. And plus, Deus also got injured as well, and they're practically sisters in a
I
sense.
So that the two of them survived, but I'm assuming if a child drank this, they would have probably not.
No.
I mean, I don't know how well the children can identify poisons, but
Well, it's dangerous enough that we keep them away from it. Strictly away from it. They wouldn't even know it. We just tell them how to identify it outside, and we tell them never to go near it. Never. And if they ever find any,
smell would be similar, but it definitely wouldn't look the same as.
what was that? You're cutting out?
Yeah.
I said it wouldn't look the same as a tea, even if the smell is similar.
Right. I mean, it's just a tea. And plus, the tea was given to my son by an adult who he should trust.
Allegedly.
I would say you've taught your kids what the plant smells like. That's something that I said earlier. So your tribe would tell them how to identify it both by sight and smell.
Gotcha.
Go ahead.
understand. So yes, he would definitely know how to identify the plant. He knows what it looks like, he knows what it smells like, and he also knows if he ever came across any to let an adult know so that the
That's
adult can take care of
wise,
it.
but at the same time, I know plenty of children who put things in their mouth just to try it.
Which concerns me that she gave him tea and didn't tell him not to drink it and bribed him to give it to.
Is there like some deep animosity here that she'd be trying to murder her?
I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure it was all for a prank. I would imagine that she didn't. I would imagine she didn't realize how serious. I would imagine she didn't know how dangerous the poison is. I mean, you tell Millie there's a poison or something to stay away from, you know that she's not.
I mean, if I'm gonna prank someone and get like a stick and poke them in the back of the ear, I wouldn't get a sledgehammer and smash their head in. But you know, that's just me.
There's a fly on your head.
This is something that's going to have to be addressed, but we have to make sure that everybody's safe before we deal with this.
Yeah, well, this has probably got to stop because not only did she put the lives of these two people in danger who were supposed to be her close allies, she put everybody's lives in danger because now those two people, it sounds like they're out of commission, so they can't help with this current disastrous problem we got going on here.
Of which I will be right back. I'm going to tell Deus and Kevin about what we're planning to do. I'll be back in a few moments.
You're still with them.
Yeah.
You just did the locate creature. Did you want to tell them where she is? I didn't know if that's why you're doing it.
No, I probably won't say anything. Just coming back.
Okay, so you go find Deus and Kevin.
Sorry, for the layout of who's where. Soul is at the cave mouth entrance
With Tavi.
with Tavi, and then by extension now with Sherbin because
That's
Sherbin. And, okay, so the four of them are at the mouth the entrance.
Except Sherbin just walked back.
To Kevin and Deus, who are laying down essentially in an infirmary.
Okay.
Bob, get out of there. Bob. Thank you.
Stop yelling at Kevin's god.
No. Okay, so you find Deus and Kevin.
Angel of Death, is that you?
No, not quite this time. It's just me coming to check in on you two. How are you feeling?
Feel okay-ish. Kevin, how you feel?
I'm feeling a little bit better. I feel like the pain's gone away. I mean, it's kind of like a nagging stomach ache, but I think whatever they gave us is making us feel better. I'm almost positive it came from Bob.
Alright, well, what I'd like for you two to do is don't get out of these beds unless one of the healers gives you the okay. Alright?
Wait, why?
Promise me that? Because I don't want your injuries to get worse.
That's true, but what if people need me? I can't just be stuck here in a bed, being miserable for myself. I gotta get up and help you out. I mean, someone died because I was passed out in pain on the floor. I can't let that happen again. I'm the group CEO, and I gotta make sure everyone's, safe. And if one of you guys died, I mean, I'd never lived myself.
I understand, and you do make some very good points as CEO of the group. But she kind of moves a little bit closer, and she puts her hand on his, kind of in a reassuring way. Kevin, darling, you would not be any good to us if you ended up getting worse than what you already are. You wouldn't be any good to me. he would be any good to my people and not to our friends. So, if you could, please, rest, get better first, and then you can protect us to the best of your abilities. I know you can do this. Can you promise me
Alright.
that you can do this?
I promise. I swear by oath that I'll stay in bed at least for the next few hours. I'll only break if I have to go save a life. If the life is an immediate threat of danger.
Well, don't forget we have lots of hunters here and guardsmen that are willing and able to do that while you rest as well. Okay?
Alright. Alright.
Alright.
You okay with that, DX?
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan, because I can't really do much right now anyway, so...
Alright. Well, that makes me feel better. My heart definitely feels better hearing that from both of you. But I did want to let you both know that some of us are going to look for the Khan. She's not here, apparently, in the cave with us.
Wait, the Khan's missing? I have to get out. Oh, I swore. Okay, I'm just...
No. Nope, you sit back and relax. Get better first. No, we heard that there's nothing has happened to her from what we've heard. She just went to go pray. And there's a place nearby, about half a mile away, that is very special to my tribe. That a lot of us sort of make a small pilgrimage to go to pray. So that is my best bet that is where she is. So myself, Sid, Sol, and Tabby are going to very carefully walk to this place and see if we can find her
Alright.
and bring her back.
I'm gonna stay listening to my earpiece. If you need me, you just call, okay?
Because would
Oh.
we be worried that
Of course.
the person
And
left
likewise, if you need anything, just give us a call as well. Okay?
Okay.
You know that.
Alright. Sleep tight, my darlings. She exits the
That's all that you know.
area.
DX, do
Right, Sherman?
you think Sherwin was trying to hit on me? Just
Well, no, yeah. Earlier this morning, she was like kind of running her fingers through your hair, like,
Yeah.
you know. I was
Oh,
kind of
gosh.
feeling weird about that.
I don't feel the same way about her, and I couldn't do that to the professor.
Wait, what?
I said I don't feel the same way about her, and I couldn't do that to the professor.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, that's what I heard you say. Yeah, yeah, we don't want to do that. That's not right.
I get it. I'm so charming. I'm such a handsome person, and my charisma is just off the charts. So I get why girls fall in love with me, but
You
yeah,
saying that Kevin has the riz?
And if they don't fall for that, then your modesty is going to get them, I'm sure.
You're right. Yeah, I feel like I'm the most modest person there is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Most
okay.
modest
Well,
person I know.
I'm gonna go get some rest. If you need anything, DX, you let me know.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll hear from them if they need our help.
Okay, DX.
All right, sleep tight, Kevin.
You too. Sweet dreams.
Daz,
Yes.
you said that the link pearls had the static issue. Is that only for long distance, or is that anywhere?
While you're on the step, that's all you're hearing when you try to use a link pearl.
That's why I had been using the bracelet, because I figured we were hearing the static.
Yep. So, while you're at the mouth of the cave, did I really just sleep through something I could have killed? Oh, I'm so bored in here. Is there something I can hit?
Well, not in here right now, but if you want to walk with us, hopefully there's not going to be something that you need to hit, but better chance out there than in here.
You said walk. What I heard was kill stuff.
Keep an eye out for big snake bird.
Oh, I could do that.
All right.
Dylan just put it in. I heard kill stuff.
Wait, what did it say?
In the chat, Dylan just saying, I heard kill stuff.
I was doing my best Omega impression. I hope.
I think that was a solid Omega
that was great.
impression.
Where in the chat did you put that?
That's a good question.
It might be.
I don't see it.
It's in the video chat.
Okay.
Mm.
Wait, it is?
Yeah. No, it's on the Tuesday night D&D chat.
Oh, got you. Got it.
I always forget that there's actually a chat there.
Before we leave the cave, could we also let Kenji know about what happened with the poisoning?
Sure.
Okay,
Kenji
cool.
is playing triple triad now with some of the tribe members after getting his ass kicked at Mahjong.
Is he any better at that?
Nope. What can I do for you, friend?
Kenji, not to interrupt your fun, but
Please, I'm not very good at this game.
well, at any rate, I just wanted to let you know that some of us are leaving to look for the Khan. Apparently, she's gone missing.
I'll get my
and we-
things.
What?
I'll get my things.
Oh no! The bird or the primal might still come back. So, oh gosh, I'm not sure if it would be better for you to come with us or stay here and protect the others
what
if that primal comes back.
I'm not sure if I should be flattered or not, because what it sounds like is you're saying I can single-handedly protect these people from that big old bird there.
Well, I mean, Omega should be here with you, yes? She kind of just looks around, expecting Omega to somehow appear.
I did hear her, though. She said something about killing stuff a little bit ago. It echoes in here a lot.
Oh, she must have wandered near the front of the cave. Alright,
Tell you what, I'll stay here, keep getting my ass kicked at cards, and if I so much as hear a squawk, I'll be there with my katana.
oh, you're so wonderful. Could you also please keep an eye out for Kevin and Deus? They've been poisoned, unfortunately.
I'm sorry, did you say they may be breaking? That's not just something that you drop in a conversation.
Well, excuse my indelicacy, but we're a little bit in a rush to leave, but I wanted to make sure you were apprised of the situation here before we left.
Well, I can't wait to hear
Apparently,
the story later.
okay, so apparently Millie wanted to play a prank on Kevin. And remember when we were in the tent and my husband said, stay away from these leaves, you do not want to fuck with this plant, please do not go near this plant.
I think that got the point across, yeah.
Unfortunately, Millie ignored that, so she went out and got her paws on the plant and decided to make a tea of it. And she bribed my son to give this tea to Kevin. She bribed him with sweets, that little devil witch. And anyway, Kevin tried the tea, and he also offered some to Deus, which I don't think Millie would have accounted for. Because both Kevin and Deus nearly died from this. The fact that they're still alive after consuming that is shocking to me. So they're recovering right now. And if you could keep an eye on them and make sure that they are staying recovering, and also that Millie stays away from them and away from any children, I would be eternally grateful to you.
Forgive my indelicacy in saying so, but is this not the least surprising thing ever? Maybe we should be a little bit careful about what we talk about around Millie.
At this point, I have to agree with you. I mean, she's played her pranks before, but this is out of line. This is so out of line.
Just keep in mind, she's still essentially a kid.
Just remember that when you give her a scolding later. Anyway, pack it up, boys. Looks like we're moving this card game upstairs. And so they start collecting their game and moving it where they could keep an eye on Deus and Kevin.
I messaged Will to let him know that he knows, because he had mentioned prior that Kenji would have words for this situation.
I hope I did a good Kenji, so I feel like that's not
Too merciful. That's the only thing.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
that's
he hasn't-
Kevin to Sherbin, not Kevin to Millie, right? So.
Well, Kenji to
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't spoken to Millie.
Yeah, because let me find the thing.
But you told him that.
That's what Will had responded with, like, if Millie was a samurai.
All right.
But yeah, he hasn't seen it yet, but I just let him saw the message, because since he's kind of in and out with checking the chats.
Okay. So that set aside, now that I've acted as two different people tonight. I picked a bad week to stop drinking. Alright. That's all you're getting.
That's Harry every week.
Except this week he actually did it.
Soul sauce flask.
Right. That was a nice touch. Okay, so you've got all that squared away. You want to? You now go back to the entrance, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. Omega's up there with the others that you left.
Right. Well, I'd let everyone know what was happening. Kenji's going to stay behind and keep an eye on Kevin and Deus while they rest.
Probably a wise idea. Probably go
Chris.
before it gets late.
Like that. Thank you.
Sorry, what'd you guys say?
Sherbin just told them that, okay, I told people, we're ready to go.
Cool. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
All right. So, I think I have more that's in there.
Oh. I don't know.
Well, and we have a bunch of
Serious.
liquor, too.
Yeah.
Because I had, this is my second one.
Cool. All right. So your little group, is Omega going with you, or is Omega staying behind with Kenji?
Dylan just chimed in.
I'm not the boss of her.
Omega stays behind.
Okay. Omega begrudgingly stays behind. Right. So there's 4 of you, right? Dylan just gave a thumbs up. I can see it on the screen. Oh, that was you. No.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Did it show up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool.
You gonna do another one? Do a happy face.
That's awesome. I had no idea. I can emote for Millie.
Yeah. If that smell gets really bad, guys, just let me know. We'll close it. But I just needed some air in here. Okay, good. So, there's 4 of you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The 4 of you venture outside the cave. Your locate creature spell still's going, right? Like it
It's an
stays
hour?
up for a while.
Yeah, I think
Cool.
so. Yeah.
So you notice that she's actually getting fairly close to the base of the hill.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to stay sort of in the back of the group and see what happens there.
Okay. As soon as you pass the cave entrance, you see something really interesting in the sky. A flock of Yule, the birds whose eggs you were sent to get. A flock of Yule, 30 or 40 of them, somewhere around there, flying in unison in the direction where you saw the primals. And sitting on top of them appears to be a tribe of some kind of steppe warriors. But they seem to be flying directly towards the primals.
Are they in a circle-shaped formation?
Where's the joke?
Yeah.
Well, since we don't know.
I'm just wondering if they're flying in a YOLO.
Oh, jeez.
That was actually pretty good.
I was expecting like a circle jerk joke.
I was
Yeah.
trying to work on this. Cool part.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
So-
if they were the Oranir, it's a bunch of flying circle jerks.
Yeah, that's fair. Now, when you look out, you don't see Quetzalcoatl anywhere. You also don't see the other two primals. You just know that they're flying in the direction where those primals were. However, you do hear some grunting coming from the below the lip of the cave, or the entrance to the cave. They've got that little plateau there. You hear some grunting coming from beyond that, and very shortly after, you actually see Indira climbing up back up to the plateau. Oh, what's going on here?
Gosh, you're alive! You're in one piece! Oh my gosh! She rushes over to Indira.
Sherbet, calm yourself. Although, I will take a hug. It's been a long time.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, she just, like, glomps her.
Okay, it's good to see you.
I'm gonna lean into Tavi and whisper, she seems surprised to see us.
She
What was she doing down there?
you guys last night, or when you got here. Indira was. They talked about Indira, but you never actually spoke to her.
But didn't she just seem surprised to see us, like when she came up to the entrance there?
Yes. Surprised to see you outside the cave. Okay. I don't know what you're getting at.
So
okay.
descent.
Yeah. I know what you're
Soul's on a high alert tonight.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Leaf out of Furio's book.
All right. What happens? And she's like, now she's surveying. She actually sees the damage, and when you turn around, you look. There's like heat scars from the lightning bolt all around the outside of the cave.
Well, and didn't a chunk of the cliff face get broken off?
Yes. So in addition to that, there's parts that are just completely broken away. This was not like this when I left this morning.
No, I'm afraid not. We were attacked by a primal.
Which one?
The big one? No, it was the... Would Sherman know the names of each of them?
You were told the names, so yes.
Okay. It was
Karen told you.
Quetzalcoatl.
Was anyone hurt?
Yes.
I don't know
Yes,
his
of
name.
course.
That one guy.
Spear guy. He did not have a good time.
Did he have scars? Did he have war paint on him? What weapon was he using?
He had a spear and he went bye-bye. Sorry.
Was Sherman able to see if he was, if he had any war paint, or if he was a guard or a hunter?
I think you saw people. Were you were not at the mouth of the cave, so you went to.
No, she was
But-
not.
Basically, you describe what he looked like. Whoever
Yeah, I'll
was there.
describe whatever.
Yeah, sit and go to guts. I will say a prayer for him tomorrow morning when I go speak to Nama again.
Why is Millie with Sid?
Hmm?
I saw Millie there.
What?
Cat.
Oh.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Just trying to get
Sid with
drink
a
some
catnip
tea.
lollipop just luring Millie to detention.
Yeah. What are you coming looking for me?
Yes, well, we wanted to make sure you were all right with the primals about and all. But
I am
we
hard
also...
to kill. You know this.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry, things have been a little hectic. But we also wanted to ask you about the ruins inside the cave. The elegant ruins?
It doesn't seem to be in ruin to me.
Well, come inside. Let's get inside and avoid any unnecessary attention if any primals start to
She turns
circle
and
about.
she gazes at the skyline before she nods to you and you guys walk in.
All right. So, what is the state of the cave inside?
Miraculously, not nearly as much damage as you would expect. There's crumpled rock everywhere. A lot of things fell. The Allegan machinery itself seems to have suffered no damage. The only lasting effect is that it's glowing. Beyond that, most of the damage was to the outside and the entrance tunnel itself.
No stalactite accidents. Good. Well, you see, my Khan, the ruins, they're lit. And the only reason that they're lit is because Quetzalcoatl's breath touched it. So, we're wondering if the aether from its breath somehow charged the ruins here, the machinery.
Perhaps the machinery is just Nama's way of telling us she's protecting us. Beyond that, it is not in my comprehension. This is not where I excel. I've never left the step. I would expect that you know more about this thing than I do.
Well, I wish I could say I could, but I was hoping that perhaps maybe some of the wisdoms from the other Khans was passed down to you. And maybe you might know of something from a long time ago that has something to do with this machinery and why we picked this cave as a hiding spot.
My dear, we picked this cave because it is close to our settlements. We move around, but never too far from here. This has always been a safe spot that we knew we could return. Beyond that, there's no reason.
Well, that's concerning then.
I can
Alright.
contact the other Khans, but some of them are not friendly. And I have no direct way of doing it without getting to the Dawn Throne.
I don't feel very comfortable about that.
Additionally, if I were to contact one, I would contact all of them using the Dawn Throne.
Yes, that could very well put you in even more danger. As of right now, I don't think much of the tribes trust each other in this situation.
That's accurate assessment.
Well, with your permission, we would like to, myself and my friends here, she gestures to the others, we would like to inspect these ruins further, if that's alright.
Yeah, you do not need to ask my permission for this.
Okay.
I trust you. Do what you will.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, my Khan. I appreciate this greatly. Thank you so much.
Yes, well, I have work to do. I've been gone all morning.
Very convenient.
I'm sorry. Say something, outsider.
No, sorry, just something on my throat.
Of course.
Truth.
And she walks by you. Alright. So,
Quick question. We, I don't know what the language the scars on Sid's arm and stuff are. Is it the same, similar writing to the runes?
yes.
Ooh!
It, however, appears to be a different dialect or differently shaped letters. There's similarities, but it's like
Different
it's like
handwriting?
it's like language evolves over time in that kind of way.
Cursive versus print.
Sure. I think that's how I described it before. So Yura walks.
I'm gonna cast Banish on the ruins. Just a first level spell slot.
On the Allegan machinery or on your arm?
The machinery. It's not the same. It's the same as banishment. Yeah.
What's the effect?
It's just an attack, I believe. Let me look it up. It is.
It's the Final Fantasy 14 version.
Yeah, because banishment is the 4th level.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's just a 3d6 radiant damage.
All right, sure, go ahead. Roll a damage.
Okay.
You activated the bomb in Megaton City in Fallout 3.
9.
Okay. The portion of the machinery that you cast it on glows briefly brighter and then goes back to a dull glow.
Does it make any sound?
Nope. Okay. No new sounds. There's been a dull humming throughout, like, I think I described it that way before. but-
That's been just constant
Yeah.
since we got there.
Yeah, the machinery's been humming. It started humming a little bit louder, and you could like feel vibrations when you were near it. After Quetzalcoatl hit it with its breath, and it's been doing that since then. But the spell that Sid just cast on it doesn't seem to have had any impact on that.
This was probably already asked, but if Deus was nearby and she saw these reactions, would she maybe something click for her with that?
Don't know.
Like a mini feat or something?
Do you have a mini feat for that?
Yeah, my average savant, I can figure out what a contraption does
Right.
if I get a roll, yeah.
Then with that mini feat, that's possible.
Let's get her over here.
Go ask your buddy Millie. She's good with tinkering.
Well,
I think
Sherman's not
the
gonna
rest-
ask.
Since Indira is here, the rest of you are not leaving the cave now, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. Ben,
Where did she go?
who?
The con.
Indira?
Yeah.
She went to her chamber. Oh, after she talked to you, she went to her chambers, which is on the other side of the machinery from where you are now.
I will go and head to go get Deus.
Okay.
Angel of Death, is that you?
No. No.
Okay, that's the one, Kevin. Go back to sleep.
It's the Angel of Magic Fingers.
Deus, how you feeling?
Oh, sorry, I was walking my dog in my dream. I thought I had a dog. It's so weird. What did you say, DX?
I said it wasn't the Angel of Death. You can go back to sleep.
Oh God, okay. My dog's the angel of death. What? Maybe that was Bob trying to speak to me. Okay, I'm gonna try to go see if I can see Bob again, the angel of death in my dreams. Makes no sense, but I guess Bob is everything, so makes perfect sense too. All right, good night.
You know, first of all, we're not gonna let you die.
I don't know, we almost died. I feel like you let us get poisoned.
It was kind of out of our hands.
Yep.
I mean-
it's all Sid's fault. You heard it first.
I don't blame y'all. You know, we did drink liquid that, and I know it was Millie pranking, but here's the thing, Professor. If it was one of my kids, they get a beating of their lifetime. Probably no dinner for a week and, extra chores outside of the extra chores they've already been assigned. But in this case, I was a member of her group, but someone died because I couldn't be there to fight. And I think we can't risk that happening again.
Kevin, someone died because a primal came and tried to attack us.
Well, that makes too much sense. If I was there, I could have stopped the primal.
Well, I was there, and Tavi was there, and we couldn't.
Yeah, you're right. Primals don't kill people. People that control primals kill people. I get it. I get what you're saying.
We played a good guy with the primal.
You're
Louis Swan?
What I'm trying to say, professors, we gotta put an ultimatum down. There needs to be some type of punishment. If there's any more pranking going on, no matter how minor it is, I don't think Millie can be in the group anymore.
We're gonna take care of that. But first of all, we have a whole tribe of people that we need to make sure are safe. And Deus, if you're feeling up to it, I have something that we think you need to take a look at.
Oh, yeah, sure, Professor. I can do whatever you need.
Help her up and kind of guide her back. Kevin, just relax. We'll take care of it.
All right, I'm gonna go try to find the angel of death in my dreams, which I think is also a dog that was my family dog, and also Bob. Oh, all right, talk to you later, Professor.
It's a lot to take in. Okay.
I would love an annotated version of all the Kevinisms that he said about Bob to compile into the Book of Bob.
Hey, Professor, don't mind what Kevin said. He's like delirious, and like that broken glass doesn't help, and you know we gotta find these ninjas though. But it's okay. Just don't worry about him. He'll be fine.
We'll get everything settled. But first of all, I'll help you along. But there's some kind of strange runes over here near the front of the cave that we think maybe you can help us out with.
Oh, sure, yeah. I love that sort of thing.
You're actually feeling quite a bit better at this point.
Oh, feeling quite a bit better at this point, Professor.
Oh, good. I'm glad. We need to get you two back on your feet, too.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I think after this, I might go find Octai, get that bone cream from him.
You didn't know it was a bone nozzle. You just drink from it. I described it that way. You don't know that it's that.
I know, but yet, in a way, I do.
Well, I mean, I feel like texturally speaking, we don't have plastic, at least not in Cliffside. So it's either going to be bone, glass, or metal.
All right, fair enough.
Or clay. No.
Or clay.
Clay, yeah.
I'll lead Deus back to the rest of us over by the Allegan ruins.
Okay. Sure. You see a big machine, and it's kind of glowing.
Oh, this thing? Yeah, I wanted to check this out when we first got here, but we got a little wrapped up. But I was hoping to do it today, but I got sidetracked. A little bit of poison. You might have heard.
Understandable. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So what do we know about this thing so far?
From what I understand, it's some kind of mechanism, and I don't exactly know how I know it, but it seems to be able to lift things into the sky. And when we were dealing with the primal outside, when it shot a bolt of energy in here, it lit this up.
That was abrupt.
Oh. Okay, so it's kind of like my aether converter. That it sounds like it absorbs some aether.
Well, yeah, I mean, I cast a small spell at it, and it glowed a bit brighter, and then it faded out again.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, let me take a look at it. I need to walk around it a little bit and kind of, touch it and lick it and stuff. But yeah.
Pop it, twist it.
Yeah.
Flick it.
Yeah, I have a process here. Let me just give me a moment and.
So your mini feat, you have to do a roll for it?
Yeah, I have to do a roll for it.
What's the roll?
Well, it's my proficiency and my charisma.
Right, that's right.
And I'm hoping with what everyone's able to tell me that they've figured out, I can maybe have a little bit of help, like support with this.
Can I give Bardic Inspiration?
You can. I was going to say I would let you roll with advantage, given that others have told you what knowledge they have, which they've just said. And if you want to give Bardic Inspiration,
So I'll be playing music.
Yeah, I'll keep this for later. No. What is it? Is it D8?
Or Road to El Dorado.
Okay.
Oh no, it's a D10 now. Sorry.
Oh, it's a D10 now.
Yep. And you may always choose to roll it after you've seen your results.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna re-roll it after. D10.
D10. Sorry.
Okay.
Forgot that one.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
hell yeah. Okay, so it's a 28.
okay. Sid mentioned something about raising land into the sky. It's a little bit more than just that. At this point, you realize that this machinery and you're able to judge this just by seeing the symbols. By reading the symbols, you get a vision in your head of what they actually do, and you have a very clear picture of it. Not only is this active, it's been active for a long time. It might have gotten a jolt of ether from the primal, but it was already running. When it says it raises land in the sky, the initial thought is, oh, boulder flying in the air. No, this raises essentially a flying series of islands. You don't know where, you don't know why, you don't know where it came from, but you know that's what it's doing, and while it's functioning, they remain flying. That's it.
Okay. Well, so I'm going to try to relay that to the group. So, so Professor, this is like really, really old energy, old machinery. It's been running for quite a while. And you were right about it lifting things, but I think it's probably going to lift the whole network of land masses up into the sky.
If we look out from the cave, can we see any land masses floating?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, so it seems like it's charged up, and I think like we thought, the primal charged up a little bit more than what it already had, but it already had a good amount of energy. So I think what we need to do is figure out how to either discharge the energy or activate it. But I don't know exactly what that would do. I mean, it could be catastrophic. We don't know. This could be like something that's gonna maybe destroy the step.
Well,
Is the Dawn Throne floating?
yeah,
Or flown like a...
It's not floating.
It's like a mesa, kind of?
It's like a structure that was built. It's not...
There
It's
is
a
a...
man-made structure.
Gotcha, so it does have like a post in the ground of large size.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was wondering about that too, and I asked if we could see things floating outside.
Yeah. Could not remember.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, I didn't really pay much attention in your geography class, Professor, so I'm not sure what kind of land masses they're talking about.
I can't say I've ever seen a landmass floating in the sky, so it's interesting. Is there any further area of the rune that I could read? Or try to read?
No.
I don't know where we go from here. I mean, if it's already running, I don't know that we want to cut it off unless we think that's attracting the primals.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it could be attracting them, but I think if it was, they would have attacked a long time ago.
This would also be an awful place to hide if that's the case.
That would make this an awful place to hide. Well, hopefully this doesn't have one entrance and one exit, because that'd be crazy.
You can tell that it's not giving off ether, it's using ether. A tremendous amount of it, but it's all contained within the machinery.
Is it like it's storing ether?
You don't know that.
Recycling it?
It's good that we're
You don't know
near
that.
it so that it absorbs it from the primals. I'll have to worry real fast when I say
Say again?
that. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I literally missed what you said.
Oh, I was like, you looked away real fast when I was saying that.
Oh, you shouldn't trust my looks. Damn it. Okay. So with that out of the way, what's next?
How long has it been since the primal attacked?
Like, no more than an hour.
Cool. So, if it's been an hour, Millie has dug a tunnel of 1,500 feet of a 5 by 10 tunnel out.
Which direction, like towards the step?
So when we were approaching the caves, did it look like the step was the cave system was in like a mound or part of like a cliff, like
Part of a cliff.
Then it would have been at a slight upward angle to pop us out on top of it, so we could go away.
So you're digging away from where the entrance is.
Yeah. So like if here's the cave, like we have.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
I was just making sure.
Yeah. So in the opposite entrance, the opposite direction of the entrance, but at an upward angle to make an outward outlet to get on top of the cliff and away.
Gonna suck for all the people in wheelchairs, but I'm just.
They can be carried.
Really is clearly the queen of foresight in here, so.
Okay, sure. You've dug 3,000.
It's actually got a little those old people elevators that just move up staircases.
3,000 foams. Never mind. 3,000 foams. Did they make a mess somewhere?
No, that's what I
That's probably just a gust from outside.
Probably. It smelled like food.
Definitely smells like food, though.
Yeah, maybe somebody cooked with something. Yeah, you've dug 3,000 foams into the cave. You have not found an outside yet. Like, it's not exited yet. 3,000 foams technically isn't that much.
I mean, if it's at an angle, that's...
Yeah, but still, with how big this mountain range is. But it's probably going to take you a while, is what I'm trying to get at. What are the rest of you doing? Millie's been digging. Again.
Play music around the Elegant structure, seeing if the column's gonna come out of her area.
You actually see her, she's sitting up in a chair with her eyes closed. She appears to be sleeping.
Well, I guess if we're going to have to figure out another way out of here, we have time to rest and deal with the other issue at hand. I'll go and
Fine to me.
I'll go and wander down Millie's tunnel.
Up Millie's tunnel?
It's a tight squeeze.
No, not like that.
It is only a 5-foot wide tunnel. It's 5 feet by 10 feet, so it counts.
Slightly tight
I'm on the same page. Yes, don't worry.
Millie?
I was gonna bury yourself in the
is
tunnel.
Sherman also going, or is it just Sid?
Sherman's not going anywhere near her unless she absolutely has to.
Okay.
All right, Millie. I think it's time we go and have a talk.
Do we also have Kevin here as well for that? Because he's still snoozing back there, isn't he?
Yes.
I went to go get her.
No, Kevin's asleep.
It can wait. I don't think we're going anywhere tonight. I'll lead her over. I'll start leading her back to where we have our little camp set up.
Okay.
Just picture Harry on a saxophone in the background, playing smooth jazz while this is happening.
He's playing smooth jazz next to Soul. What are you playing?
I think I'd be lightly playing my bongos together.
I pictured having a rain stick. Just.
As bongos.
Staring at Melly as she walks by. So emotional.
So Sid and Millie have approached the group.
Oh, whose week is it for writing? Is it Sherman's? Oh, it's Sid. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Yes, get me, did Christian, then Sid.
Alright, so they are approaching the group?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You! And I march over. I march over to Millie, and I snatch her by her upper arm, like right here. Really grip it tight, and I kind of lift it up with a twist.
Ears immediately flat.
You reckless, misanthropic, selfish little girl! And can I cast my mother's guilt?
It's not a cast, you just do it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yes, because it's you or any person allied to you gets advantage on.
Okay. Deception,
charisma skill.
persuasion. Yeah, deception,
Intimidation.
persuasion,
Yeah,
and
we do the three
intimidation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the intimidation, if necessary.
We'll see.
So, cast
Like
Mother's
piece of
Guilt, or
shit.
Mother's Guilt. Mother's Guilt, engage. You knew those plants were dangerous. You were there when my husband said how no one should go anywhere near those plants. You chose to ignore him. You chose to take those plants. You chose to bribe my child into helping you. You bribed him with sweets that he shared with his little siblings. And she like grips her even tighter, gets real close in her face. And you give him a cup of sweet smelling poison to deliver for you without any warning not to drink for it. And for what? What? For a foolish prank? A prank that nearly cost your sister and Kevin their lives? What if my boy had tasted this tea? What if he shared it with his brothers? I yank her really, really close with a low growl. The only reason I'm not hurling you over the cliff outside myself is because you helped me get here to save my children. But if you ever come near any one of my children again, you won't have a throat left for whatever voice you try to find for yourself. I swear it. And she shoves her away.
Damn.
Walks away.
Jesus.
Kevin's caught in the clatter and he suffers fear.
I was gonna say, Soul is like afraid, like listening to this, like, oh.
Dylan's in
damn.
chat. He just goes, "Oh, dip, Sherman, damn!"
Give me that birthday. Fuck.
Yeah, Millie, F you in your throat.
Did Sherman storm off at the end of that, or was she waiting for
Oh, yeah.
a response from
Oh, she does not wait for a response from her. She just shoves her back and walks back to where she was standing. She's just absolutely disgusted with her at this point.
So, but no face to present a chalkboard to. She's just left standing there, ears back, tail just like shock straight, and just breathing heavily, staring at Sherman like, what the fuck just happened?
Well, eventually she'll turn around and look back at Millie again because they're all within her group. But yeah, she's definitely mean mugging Sherman openly at this point.
Does she need to roll intimidation, or did that get it across?
Anger got across.
Are you trying to intimidate Millie?
Try? I don't think she needs to try, but yes, if I need to, yeah, I can roll for an intimidation.
Roll. Go ahead and roll an intimidation check. Roll. What would you roll against that? Insight.
Well, I mean, it's like that was clearly a threatening gesture. It's not like that's lost on Millie.
All right, we'll just go based on what she rolls then.
Okay, so I'm rolling with advantage because of the mother's guilt. Neat. So I roll a d20 twice, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Too bad Soul didn't give her advantage. Or inspiration, rather.
6.
You should be being scared by all this.
He needs to give Millie inspiration to save her.
No, he's like, Millie, here's inspiration. Save me from.
I was like technically in Sherbin's line of sight when she said that to you, and I need new pants.
I will say that even though Sherbin was very quiet, very clearly trying to keep her voice down, everyone in the cave heard it. It
The
echoes.
acoustics in here.
Yeah, it echoes.
I rolled a 6.
With advantage?
Yes.
Oh, how? All right, so she gets her point across, but you don't feel like she's going to follow through on her threats. We'll put it that way.
Millie's gonna be that kid that laughs when their mom gets mad at them.
I love this game. I think it fits the scene.
What's it from?
Final Fantasy X.
Damn.
We download a bunch of Final
Just
Fantasy.
shows that Sherbin's been too soft on her up to this point.
Yes. And you can thank Sid for that. This is part 1 of 2. Look at my little footnotes and page numbers on my chalkboard.
Just a prank, bro.
Cite your references.
Bibliography. Doesn't really seem like she knows the right thing to say in this situation.
Just by watching you.
That is not a letter C.
You squint, it might be.
Then assume anybody onlooking can see what Millie's writing. She's not trying to show it to Jeff Sherbin.
She's just trying to show it to me.
No, she's anyone. It's not trying to hide it. So anyone like that wants to chime in or say something can see what she's writing.
You little ungrateful little shit. And Sherbin starts marching back towards Millie. She doesn't.
Wait.
She draws well. Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph on a bus.
I'll step in the middle.
Get out of the way.
Wait.
Get
Millie.
out of the way.
Yelling at her isn't going to get through.
Oh, I'm not going to yell at her.
Millie, it didn't happen, but it could have. Do you have any idea how dangerous that plant is? Or did you? Now you should. Millie, it almost killed Deus and Kevin.
Six seconds, I like it.
It's not the point.
Magic makes responsibility difficult.
If I hadn't come across them, they wouldn't have been saved. What if it had gone to all of us? What if we'd all shared that tea? What if we were all down, Millie? Then what?
If only I could change the font on my chalkboard. Font size. Let me know if you can't read that.
Let me just change my handwriting. All right, now I'm a Helvetica.
Ooh,
Is
this
that
girl.
legible enough to understand? Okay.
Yeah, we are. We are mad at what didn't happen. We're mad at what could have happened.
Yes,
Eh.
we're furious at what didn't happen, that you didn't have the foresight to make sure that no one would get seriously hurt, that you didn't care about involving my sons in your fucking shenanigans, that you didn't care if Deus would have gotten hurt. Yes, we're very furious about what did not happen.
Millie, I've been with you a long time. And I've done the best I can to keep you out of trouble, and maybe I shouldn't have.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I dropped my chalk.
I've done a lot to keep you out of trouble, and maybe I shouldn't have. Because if you don't see what's wrong with what you did, that's not being funny, and that's not being pranking. That's you're talking life and death, Millie. And if that's something that you don't care about, I don't know if I can be around you.
So at hearing that, combined with Sherbin's previous tirade, Millie's, I mean, her ears are still flat, but her tail droops and her eyes begin to water, and she writes again. God damn it. Words and the sizing.
This time,
While this is happening, and after hearing the conversation, Sherbin's husbands are there, and they just turn their gaze away from Millie and march their kids away from the situation into their hovel, like giving you the stink eye as they go.
Shame. Ding.
Story about-
Ding.
You're not naked though.
Only emotionally.
because we were here. If we hadn't been, if we'd been 10 minutes later, it would have been a different story, Millie. I don't know how many times I could tell you that, and what other way I could say it for you to understand the fact that we were lucky this time. Luck doesn't always hold up, Mill. Yet these people care about you. And you almost put them in the grave. For what?
And at this point, Millie's crying and there's getting like water spots on her chalkboard.
It's not fun anymore. This one was too far, Emily.
Something that Sherbin would notice, being a parent, it's pretty clear that these are the tears of a kid who is crying because you're mad at them, not because they understand the scope of what they did.
Oh.
Well put.
Sid, you're just wasting your breath on her. She doesn't care. She's just frustrated that we don't agree with her.
My heart.
I didn't know you could cast Jewish guilt too. That's crazy.
Kevin with the steel chair out of nowhere.
Like, let's change that to be whatever the name of the step religion is, and that's the name of the guilt.
You right, Millie?
Fen pooped. Sorry, what? I didn't hear that.
Is she right, Millie? Do you not care?
Whoops.
How can any of us trust you? How can any of us trust that in a situation where any of us could lose our lives, and there have been many of them, going forward, how can any of us trust that in a situation like that, you're gonna have our backs when you're willing to do something this dangerous over a laugh, or a potential laugh?
There could be permanent damage, Millie. You didn't see how hurt they were.
Sherbin is the answer to that question.
He's doing the Joker thing.
I know. No. Just like the new ones that Millie's about to get. There we go.
Millie,
Fuck. I'm listening. I'm just grabbing the cup real quick.
I really don't know what else to say, Millie. I was very prepared to be angry. I'm very prepared to... I'm just at a loss. I am angry, but I don't know how to get it through to you at how serious this situation was. You could have caused the deaths of 3 people, at least. Kevin, Deus, and one of Sherbin's sons. And for what? What would you have gained from this? A laugh for a few minutes?
course, it doesn't show up on Discord at all. I added water drops to the chalkboard. That's what I was trying to go for.
Oh, that's cute.
Crocodile tears, I say.
Hey, if you want to roll an insight check on that, you're welcome to.
Millie, when have you ever known for Kevin and Deus usually not to say funny things? If anything, we should be more concerned if they say not funny things, serious things.
Sheldon, why are you wasting your breath on her? She clearly does not care. When children like this are a problem, we kill them or cast them out.
Jesus.
They didn't,
Shangies.
See the arm one?
they didn't know
Let me give you a hand.
that it was you.
Oh, okay.
They just thought it was ninjas. Look, I'm not the foremost authority on family, but it seems to me that that's pretty close to what we are at this point. And part of being a family is knowing that when you do something wrong, you gotta face it, and you gotta understand that the potential to hurt people is just as bad as actually doing it. You're oversimplifying it, Millie.
Why is this even a discussion? Why would she be allowed in our safe space knowing she poisoned people, possibly my children?
Because she's not a bad person.
Oh?
Oh, yes, she's not.
Bad people. People who poison other people for any reason are bad people.
Good people can also do terrible things with good intentions.
They're your friends, Sherbin. I don't want anything to do with them. And he walks away.
Will's missing his chance to give Kenji's earful.
The city might be able to sign on after 9, but oh well.
Millie, I've had your back for almost your entire life. And I don't know what more I can say to make you understand how angry I am, how hurt I am that you're not willing to see what we're saying. Yeah, you didn't do it this time. It didn't happen. But you're not... Put yourself in our shoes. If you were with somebody that was willing to use somebody over a joke, could you be around them?
Sorry, the very last part of that sentence cut out.
Could you be around them?
Sorry, sorry. Before that,
Oh.
like the what if?
Would you, if you were...
Take a breath.
Yeah. if you were with somebody who would do this for a joke and not understand why it's so hurtful, could you be around them? Could you trust them?
So she was writing this in response to before that sentence.
Because I know where you come from, Millie. And maybe I treated you too kindly, and maybe I let too much slide. But I hoped that as you grew up, being around me, being around people that cared about you, you'd realize that some things aren't worth the chance.
Not only that, Millie, but that boy you almost stabbed, he did something terrible to you. What did Deus do to you? Did she do something to upset you so much to where it would be fine to have her near something as dangerous as that cup of tea you made? Or Kevin? What did he do? What did he do that makes you so intent on making him miserable? Even if your intention wasn't to kill him, you absolutely wanted to make sure he was as uncomfortable as possible. For what?
I do want to say that Deus and Kevin could hear all of this, by the way.
Oh yeah, but Deus is looking very exhausted, and she's staring at the Allegan ruins, and she's thinking of things.
Okay.
Like
Kevin's
as in not cognizant of what's being said.
Yeah.
All right, John, if you want Kevin to be asleep, that's fine, but...
Okay, you're right. I want to wake up because I'm not going to pretend like I'm going to have this to me. All right.
Now, I'm
Kevin,
like, someone else see something.
Kevin woke up when he heard Sherwin scream the second time. So she didn't hear the whisper of death and it's taking out her vocal cord, her neck.
She didn't scream.
Cut everything out.
Did you guys get that?
And when
She
you
didn't
said
scream.
you said something.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Afterwards. Yeah, gotcha.
And Kevin's done nothing but try to protect you. You might not like the way he goes about things, you might not like the way he does some things, but he has done nothing but look out for you.
And at this point, she's just basically silently sobbing because she can't make vocalizations. So it's just a lot of tears and sniffles.
Millie, one day I'm not going to be around to save him.
I'll do it. You think
Look,
it's
I'm
just
not
gonna
really
slide?
a part of this and what's going on. But I could just step in and say, put it this way. Your actions, despite the fact that everyone's fine, mean that nobody trusts you anymore. Would you trust somebody who almost killed you, even if you felt all better after some magic? What if they stabbed you in the back the next time you're walking around? What if we're going to fight a primal and you decide to make Kevin shit his pants all day and he can't help out, so more people die? How do we know how do we know when your moments are gonna strike? This wasn't an opportune time. We're trying to deal with this crisis here, and yet we've got 2 people out of commission, even if they're not dead.
While trying to save you.
See, it's a matter of intentions here, I think. I wasn't there for that, but you have one person who hurts the other when they are trying to help, and you have one person who is purposely trying to hurt the other person.
Man, I really want to be Kenji right now, but I don't want to put words in his mouth.
This is to Sid specifically. Or, well, I mean, everyone can see it, but pointed at Sid as far as who did the healing.
Again, it's a matter of intent.
Avi's right.
People who are trying to hurt or trying to injure are not your companions. They're not your friends. They're your enemies.
Yep.
Yeah, but you did it without thinking. You didn't
That's
know
almost-
how bad it was going to be.
That's almost worse. I would rather have someone who knows the exact amount of poison to give someone to kill or injure them, or to just do some harmless prank, than someone who thinks they're doing a harmless prank and almost kills somebody. Because the second one is far more dangerous to their friends.
She also put the vast around. I'm sure one of my husbands would have been more than happy to give you more details about what that plant does, what we use it for.
Are you saying that you are on the same level as he is? Do you equate yourself with him? He does everything with good intentions, and I admit that he makes many mistakes, but they are all with good intentions. Which is the safer companion to have.
There's a part 2 to this one.
If I was what?
Oh, sorry. If if I was, would I be in trouble? In response to Tavi, if Millie was on the same level as Kevin. The second part says Sherbin's husband said danger, and then I'm writing the
Just say what you've written.
saying
If you
danger
were-
is not deadly.
If you had the same amount of intelligence as Kevin, and you had the same intent as Millie, I think that you would not be allowed in this group and you'd be kicked out.
Oh, so insulting to everyone.
And Indira comes over now.
Oh boy.
I don't know you. I don't know most of you. Sherbin speaks highly. So I hear. You might be friends, you might continue traveling with them, but you will not stay another night in this cave. You sleep outside, and you don't enter again. Now,
Somebody just stares angrily at the con and just goes back to her tunnel that she was working on and just closes the mouth of it.
okay. We will post guards next to it in case she tries to come back.
It has air holes and the dirt wall.
Sure.
Yeah, she's just chilling
Okay.
in her tunnel.
Millie is out of the picture for the moment.
Sherbin just gives a dismissive wave of Millie being overdramatic. Like, I've had enough of her. I'm going to bed. She starts walking off in the directions that her husbands have gone to join the men or kids.
Okay. Right after Sherbin leaves, Deus just collapses onto the ground.
Run over and check her.
She appears fine, except completely exhausted and knocked out. Like using all of her energy to
You ran
look
over
at the
cells.
machinery.
DX, you okay? Oh God, someone help! I think the poison's taking her.
She's just exhausted, Kevin.
Oh, the poison's got her.
Kevin.
Take me, Bob. Why couldn't you take me?
Kevin, nobody's being taken.
How can you believe? Oh, she's still breathing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She just asleep?
Just asleep.
Yeah, I heard you all talking. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop or nothing, but I appreciate all the work you guys said, even though I know I'm not the brightest, and I'm glad you get my heart's always in the right place. Yeah, I mean, really can't get it. She can't understand that she put everyone's life in jeopardy. I don't know if we can keep journeying with her. I mean, yes, it sounds like she was trying to bring me and DX got involved, but man, if I can't be there to protect everyone, then because of a silly prank, then my oath to Sherwin is canceled. My oath to my wife to get back to her, that's broken, and I couldn't live myself for that. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm gonna get some rest. Hopefully this stomach ache goes away. It's starting to get worse again.
Get some rest, Kevin. We're gonna have to deal with this.
Thanks,
morning.
Professor. And tell Sherwin, she's been really sweet, and I try to be better to her. Then Kevin kind of rolls over and goes.
Okay.
Fen disagrees.
Okay. Deus is carried back to her bed.
And sorry, is it still like afternoon at this point, or evening-ish?
You
Early?
could say it's getting into evening. Sure, people have been busy that afternoon, so. Deus spent quite a bit of time analyzing the machine, so. Anybody else want to do anything before the night resolves?
Soul's gonna grab his sleeping gear and bring it towards where the cavern is, where Millie is, and the guards are set up.
Okay. There's appears to be like a thin dirt wall with some air holes covering up the
Just
hole.
picture it's like when you go to like the pet store and get a like a little rodent or something. It's a little cardboard box and a hole in the top.
Accurate.
He's trying to keep an eye on the guards that the Khan put on Millie there.
Trying to make sure that they don't do something to her, or what?
I don't know if we're doing that.
Okay.
They call
Millie has one ally left in his
Sounds
soul.
like nobody.
Go into my,
show up. I don't know what she's doing.
I'm gonna go into my pack, into the book that I brought from Cliffside, and pull out 3 letters that are sealed. And I'll go down to the tunnel. Millie. You don't need this.
The air holes.
So with Sid's superior hearing, you basically would just hear the exhalations of someone who is crying heavily. And the dirt wall is very thin. It's like an inch. You could poke through it.
Fold the envelopes enough to kind of poke them into one of the holes. Like I said, I don't know what more I can say to make you understand. But you don't get to decide if somebody else is hurt. I I didn't. I wrote these hoping they would never be read, but knowing that they might have to be. You can read them if you want. They're not all to you, but it's okay. We care about you, Millie. And part of that is having faith that you'll do the right thing. But this really puts that into question. And it's something you need to think about really hard before we move forward. I'll leave after that and head back to the king.
And are the letters addressed to people?
Are you gonna send the text to what they are to Millie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want those too. Do you already have them written?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. So you see Sid walk away.
Can I hear her crying?
You hear her crying. Yeah.
I'm gonna start playing the song that she showed me from her parents.
Oh shit. All right.
Louder crying, as much as louder can be for Millie.
Keep playing a bit, and then I'll stop, and then I'll like go up to the wall and be like, "We care about you. This is all this is." I won't wait for like any sort of response. I'll just go back to sort of
Shoves a chalkboard through them.
She shapes the
Folds the chalkboard, crunches it up, and like.
No, she shapes the wall so that it's like a mail slot that she can.
I was picturing like the high security prisons where you just have a slide.
Ben, get out of there. Okay. The night goes by. What?
It sounded like you were gonna finish that sentence.
You just gave me a weird look. So morning rolls around. Everybody starts getting back up. The tribe seems to be getting back to their daily chores that they can do while they're there. Those who wake up early enough will see Indira walk out of the cave to go do her morning prayers.
Go for promos.
Every time I come back, there's less and less of my cave left intact.
Conspiracy.
How are DX and I feeling in terms of pain? Like, is it really bad again?
For all intents and purposes, you feel back to normal. Like you have some slight stomach pains left over, but they seem to be lessening, and they won't impede you in any way.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks. Hey, DX, how you feeling?
I feel much better, Kevin. Still not 100%, but better. How about you?
Same. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I slept so much.
Yeah, me too. I've just been feeling so exhausted since yesterday.
Yeah, same. Well, I'll see if sure we can wrangle us up a little bit more of that fun juice and take a little bit with us, in case it flares up again.
Oh yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, I just think how if it made you feel so good when you were sick, it must make you feel great when you're not sick.
Yeah,
That's
and
how
I'm
that
sure
works.
taking too much isn't going to be bad for us at all.
I couldn't imagine it. I haven't thought of anything that we've ever experienced where that was a problem.
Yeah, well, let's go find Octai and see what we can get from him.
Sounds good. You lead the way.
Okay, and then I'll walk off, and I have no idea where they are.
Okay. Sid, are you awake at this time in the morning?
I am.
Okay. Somebody clears their throat next to where you're quartered.
Hmm?
You turn and you see Octai. 1 second, please. The elder Octai.
It's a child story.
Clears his throat.
Something, mister?
How are you feeling?
Better. All things considered, I was just a little tired.
Good. Taban has something he wants to give you.
Which one's that?
Her middle chat.
Okay.
Come on. And you see him poke his head around the corner.
It's tea.
Millie's roots sunken deep. Dad's been on her side the whole time.
Just drink this.
Okay, pokes his head around the corner. Sorry, I'm getting something here. And he's holding out something that looks really strange to you. It's like a handicraft kind of thing. It looks like it's a circlet of some kind of thin wood and reeds, like wrapped together, and attached at the sides to the circlet are sculpted bone. And it looks like the bone has like holes chiseled through it that the circlet is fit through, so that they stick to it. Essentially, it looks like this. As I put in the group here, where would I put this? DM side notes is where I'm going to put it. It looks like this. And he holds it up to you. Mr. Sid, this is for you. And Arte says, Sherbin told us that you've been taking care of her while she's out there. All of it. She told us all of it. And you're not alright, but you're alright.
You're gunshot from the tunnel.
The children wanted to make this for you, so we helped. You are an honorary husband in our eyes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for keeping our starbird safe.
Oh, that's a cute name.
And it's in my honor.
So he nods and then he leads. He walks away and leads Taban away as well.
I'll just take it and kind of wander over towards the sick, my sick tent trauma area.
Your trauma area is just anytime you're around the group, right?
Basically.
Yeah, how big of an impact was Sid's triage the other day, by the way?
It was pretty big. He definitely, if he didn't, he probably saved a few lives, but even if he didn't, he made the lives of people that were hurt a lot better. So
Cool.
their quality of life is going to be a lot higher because he was there to help.
Gotcha.
What are the rest of you doing? It's morning. Millie, you still in the cave?
Someone has to find out.
Has anybody tried to evict her from there?
Nobody's
Putting in smoke or tear gas.
Okay, then nobody's tried to evict her from the cave. But the guards are still standing there with their spears.
Sol's not going to do anything. He's going to be keeping an eye on the guards that are walking away.
Kenji, what are you doing?
I want to know what the suspicion is.
I know that you missed it, but Millie got chewed out hardcore by the group, and she essentially got excommunicated by the Khan of the tribe.
Thank God.
It's worth going back and rewatching, honestly. It's a great speech.
What was that?
I said it's honestly worth going back and rewatching. Well, 'cause it's a really good speech.
Oh yeah.
What would Kenji be doing? I tried to imitate you earlier, but I didn't want to go too far.
No, go too far. What are you doing? Extreme power.
I don't want to put words in people's mouths. You're here. Do stuff
Could he roll back to the night before?
if you want.
No, I have no idea. Kenji's probably just, I don't know, keeping the guard. Nailed it.
Okay. Deus and Kevin are looking for Sherbin's family. Eventually, they find their way to Sherbin in her little alcove, sitting with her kids and her 3 husbands.
3.5.
Sid's not there.
Sorry, were we interrupting something?
Sherbin,
Okay,
that's
here,
you.
Jess, you're muted.
No, not at all. We were just having a little chat, that was all. But I'm glad to see that you and Deus are up on your feet. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I mean, we still got like a stomach ache, and it definitely still hurts. But compared to yesterday, where I couldn't move, much better. We were just wondering to talk to one of your husbands so we can get a little bit more of the medicine they gave us yesterday. I mean, I think it will make us feel even better than we feel right now.
Sherbin just kind of draws her lips into a very thin line. Doesn't say anything for a moment. I see. Well, unfortunately, it's not recommended that you have any more of this special drink.
Oh.
It's only for extreme cases that we administer this. For example, my husband was given this a little bit when he was injured with his arm, and obviously we gave it to you and Deus because you should not be alive, obviously. But now that you've pretty much gotten over the worst part, your body needs to heal naturally on its own.
And what's this I hear about you calling me the Angel of Death? I like this nickname.
Well, to be fair, we called a lot of people that.
I will accept it. I am the one who gave you the fluids.
Oh, yeah, no, I really did appreciate your funnel cream. Not sure if it was bone, metal, or clay. Only you know that.
Boom.
It was bone, Kevin, it was bone.
Oh, did he put the bone in your mouth?
Yeah.
Really bonus.
Yeah.
I don't
Sherbin,
bone when I
are they
see
doing
it.
this on purpose?
Why does
Yes,
everyone
but
keep
not-
asking them that? Weird.
Not in the way you think. Sherbin just kind of like covers the ears of her oldest child.
Anyway, thank you so much for the medicine. It did wonders to help with the pain. I get it's medicine. We won't take any more, but it might be good if you gave some to either the professor or Sherwin, and we have some just in case there's an emergency, down the road.
We could do that.
Yeah. Kevin's being completely honest, by the way.
Sherbin kind of gives the husband like a look. Like, that might be a bit much. I don't think it'd be wise to bring something like that with us. We've been able to get along pretty well.
We can give it to Sherbin, and she could be the administrator of it.
Yeah, that's what I offered. Either way, I'm not trying to abuse nothing or what. You said it was medicine. You can't take it too many times, and yeah, I get that. That's how some medicines work, I remember we had this anti-poison thing for the people who got stung. But I heard if you take it when you didn't get poisoned, it would kill you. It's like getting poisoned for real. So, hey, whatever the docs tell you with the medicine, I listen.
Well,
I'm on my wink and made it feel a lot better.
maybe just a very small vial of it. Very small.
Yes, very small vial. That is what we'll give you. And he winks.
All right, well, I'm gonna go back and try to make myself busy, see if I can help with the guards or whatnot. But I won't be pushing myself too much today. Still trying to gain my strength back. Thanks again, Sherwin and Sherwin's husband. Honestly, if you guys hadn't helped, I don't know if we'd be alive today. That goes for the professor too. And I swear, as another solemn oath, that I will help deal with these crazy abominations that are causing ruckus. You guys can go back living your normal lives.
Thank you so much, Kevin. That means a lot coming from you.
Yes,
Yeah.
we appreciate you.
You're very welcome, man. All right, I'll let you get back to what you were doing. Thanks for the time. And walks off.
Do you just want to say anything?
Yeah, as we're leaving, Deus is gonna look at the husbands and mouth, "Watch out for ninjas." And go to Kevin. Kevin.
So, ignoring that last bit, Sherwin, was he calling you Sherwin?
Yes. He doesn't get anyone's name correct. I've never even met his wife before, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't told me a real name yet.
You have some very strange friends, and I now have irrational fear of ninjas.
It's not irrational.
We do see them sometimes, especially if we go visit Doma.
I'll have to take your word for it. I don't leave the step, you know this. Anyway, shifting away from that scene. Is something going on here that I missed?
What are the guards doing around Millie's?
Well, they haven't tried to go in or anything, and they've changed guards once at least since you've seen them. They look like the ones that were there from last night went to go sleep, and there's new guards there. So,
Where's Tavi at right now?
where is Tavi at?
Where's Tavi at?
Is there an echo?
You think he's 120 feet away from me? I can see him.
Hey, where's Tavi at?
Probably.
Garland. I don't know. Where are you, Tavi? You tell us.
I'm 20 feet away where Soul continue.
19 feet away.
Yeah, you can see him.
Somebody use message and send it to Tavi and say, I can see daylight coming from Millie's tunnel. We need to check this out.
Alright, let's have a look.
And then if you're coming over, I'm just gonna kind of go close and we need to distract these guards to get them away from the tunnels before we figure this out.
Give him some tea.
You know we could hear you, right?
Actually, no, if it's message.
I didn't know that they could hear me.
Was that message? Because I thought you were just telling him in person just now.
I messaged him so that when he came closer, then I
Alright,
would
they didn't
lean
hear you.
in and
Then they did
whisper
not
to
hear
it.
that.
Alright, well, I'm trying to tell Tavi that we need to distract the guards to check out this tunnel here.
Hold on.
Message back. Why don't we just ask him if we can go by?
Fair enough.
We're not here to stop you from going in. We're here to stop her from coming out.
That's what I figured.
We request a slight time travel back since Will is able to voice now.
Sure, go ahead and do it.
No,
This
you
is from
totally
last
good, dude. We can write this up later because I don't even know exactly what was said to Millie or anything. I would need a lot of time to catch up.
Oh, okay,
You
that's
guys have
fair.
like
I'll
15
post the
minutes.
video as soon as possible, and then you can watch it.
Yeah, we'll do
decide what you want to
we
say.
can do a follow up in the forum thread that I put on the
So
Discord.
the only problem I have with the forum thread is that we don't have it saved for later. So I would
Oh,
want
maybe
it.
there's a way to export it.
If you could copy it or export it in some way and get it onto a Word file or something like that, I'd want
To put it on the
that.
Facebook
Well,
or in
in the
general.
Dropbox, save
Yeah.
it for the end. Yeah.
Okay, I'll see if there's either a way to do it or if not, just a copy paste thing.
Which is fine. Okay, sure. We'll do that another time. They're not going to stop you.
Out of character, how do we get into this?
It's basically like a very thin dirt, like an inch thick of dirt with air holes leading into a 5 foot
you can
by
see
10
that.
foot.
So
tunnel.
realize.
I was able to push envelopes through it, so.
Okay.
Yeah, it was more like a screen more than a barrier.
Saul's gonna try and go through it.
Very precise. Yeah, just
We're gonna
it
see
would
what's in the
crumble,
to the ground.
and you can fit because it's 5 feet by 10 feet.
Yeah. And
I
you
will
do
be
see
crawling on my
daylight.
hands and knees at that point, right?
No, 5 feet wide, 10 feet high.
Oh, 10 feet. Okay.
Yeah, pretty sure you're not.
Yeah, no,
10
she
feet.
made the tunnel specifically for the Aura in the group who are giants.
Then yeah, I'll walk in and look around. Do I see where the light's coming
You
from?
smell fresh air,
Okay.
and you do see light, which appears to be somewhere in the end of a tunnel,
Okay.
which is at least 9,000 fulms away.
Wow.
So about maybe 20, 30 fulms into the tunnel, you see a small pile of stuff. In that pile, you would see Mr. Bucket, the
Minions.
yeah, what the
Soldiers, the
the
airship.
knight, and not the airship. Sid Garland has the airship.
Ah, you're right.
That was a gift. And the crazy dad from the Gold Saucer.
Oh, Godbird.
Godbird. There we go. Yeah, so there's the 3 minions. Assuming since they're not with their person, they're deactivated, just kind of like action figures at that point.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and next to that there is 2 unopened letters and 1 letter that's been stabbed into the wall with one of Millie's hairpins, and that's it.
Well, I guess we should have expected.
What do I see Millie doing in here?
You don't.
You don't. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go on the link pearl. Professor, everybody might want to come down.
It's only static.
Because you're in a tunnel.
The link pearls are not functioning on the step right now.
Oh, that's right, because of the... Okay. Alright, I guess I'll just go get everybody then.
I was gonna do minor illusion to like close it up, but that wouldn't work with the size of it.
No, you could get half of it because it's a 5x5 cube for minor illusion.
So yeah, I'm just gonna look at the stuff and then keep walking and try and find Millie.
You walk far enough that you see outside of the cave, which it's pretty high up. It seems to be like on top of a mountain. It's not even ground, but you don't see Millie anywhere.
I'm gonna use detect or locate creature.
You can't. As in, not in range.
You went summon her own primal.
Oh.
It's a cat with a lot of attitude. Just sits there and bats around the other primals.
You grab the stuff and
It shoots poison tea out of its mouth.
Yeah. I'll grab it and come back out.
okay. Find the rest of the group.
You would notice in Mr. Bucket are 2 link pearls.
Don't like that. I guess are Sid and Tavia there in this group, or who's here?
Everybody.
Everybody. Okay. Well. I went into Millie's cave and found her stuff, but no sign of her, and I couldn't locate her anywhere near here, so I have no idea where she went.
I think this message is pretty clear, but I don't know what you all want to do.
I think am I there?
Everyone's there.
Yeah.
Then the cave has great acoustics, so there's no secrets here.
Oh, we gotta go get her. I mean, yeah, I'm mad and we almost died, but I don't want her leaving. I mean, she needs to figure out, some type of way to get through to her. I was thinking, I could tell her everything I know about Bob, because Bob always teaches forgiveness. And if we do that every single night for the next 3 months, maybe she'll learn the rights and wrongs to do. I mean, clearly she's just missing some morals, And teaching her some morals from Bob, like I told you, Professor, there's a lot of good morals in the book of Bob, right?
While you're having this conversation, some guards start screaming from the entrance. Primals! Primals inside! But they're not coming for us!
Kevin immediately gets his stuff and goes straight outside to go see what's going on.
I look at the letters, grab the letters. Do any of them look opened?
The one to Millie was opened, and so it's your letter with a hole in it from where it was pinned to the wall. It's got a lot of water spots from tears, and then in her own penmanship it says "I'm broken" on the letter.
Damn. Call back to when Isumiyan talked to the Conjurer's Guild.
Take the letters and then follow Kevin and I don't say a word.
Sherbin's following as well.
Pretty much everyone in the cave
Yeah.
is going out. They're able-bodied, and not just your group. It's like everybody's getting out there, and you hear it before you see it. It sounds like roaring, screeching, and like a lot of different sources of it. And you see blasts of fire and lightning. And then you get outside the cave and you look up, and in the distance, like about halfway between where you are and where the Dawn Throne is, you see Quetzalcoatl, and flanking Quetzalcoatl, all of those Yule Riders that you saw earlier. And they're fighting Tritok, and seem to be winning.
It's flanking in a support position.
Yeah.
Ooh. You were suspicious about the wrong Aura.
So you now hear there's people talking. The Dotharil are fighting alongside it. And as this is happening, Tritok blasts like 5 of them out of the sky with a burst of fire. But as it does that, Quetzalcoatl just takes the opening and bites its neck in half. And you just see Tritok like fall to the ground. It's like dissipating, and then it hits the ground with a thud, and it essentially explodes in flame. And from the flames, you just see ambient ether rising up into the sky from where Tritok was. And then you hear all of your tribe are now celebrating, seeing that one of the primals is dead. And then Dotharil and Quetzalcoatl appear to be celebrating as well. And then Quetzalcoatl just flies off elsewhere to the Dotharil are like, the fuck? Where'd it go?
I need it elsewhere.
They seem to be flying back to... They turn and they begin to fly back in the direction of their home.
And when that primal died, did it look to like dissipate or anything like that, or is there just like a big old hunking corpse on the ground?
Oh, there's no corpse. It's like turned into ether, and that ether is just kind of flowing at the moment. As the scene is coming to a conclusion, and Quetzalcoatl's flown away, and the Dotharil seem to be flying in an opposite direction, most of your tribe seems to funnel back into the cave. Those of you who are still out there, you just hear, "This really is unacceptable. I gave them specific instructions on how to perform a perfect summoning, not to kill the other primals. They never listen." And when you turn around, you see a really hard to describe fellow. I'm gonna post a picture.
Nailed it.
Evil and
Godbert Mandeville. Make it.
It's in character portraits.
He's pretty.
So do Tavi and Soul
Let's call
recognize
Tommy
this
Daddy.
dude?
Well, as soon as he's back, Tabi and Soul immediately recognize him. Oh, wait until Soul's back. What?
Every single person who went to the Garlean embassy would recognize that because of the full portrait above the dinner
They
table.
would. But it might not be as immediately obvious to those who didn't live in
sure.
Garlemald.
Like Kevin would remember a portrait. Get it out of here.
Hey, mister, you got something stuck to your forehead.
He is one of my favorite characters ever.
Oh, he's
Any
up there
medium.
with like Handsome Jack in terms of well-written
medium.
characters.
But
Oh,
you
so he's a
don't
good guy.
expect him to be the way that you know him.
No, for sure, but just like the depth of character.
Oh yeah. We'll wait until he's back because kind of important that he's here.
Yes.
Sorry. So you might have missed it. If you look, somebody showed up and behind lamenting the fact that a primal was defeated, and when everybody turns to look, they see the person in character portraits, who you immediately recognize. And so does Tavi.
Where do I see him?
They're standing behind you, which is strange because he's supposed to be dead. This is Solus Zos Galvis, the founder of the Garlean Empire.
Sorry, I mean, you said he was behind everyone, as in, like, within the cave side,
like
or...
he's standing on the plateau that you're at, and he's just standing there, like, looking as annoyed as possible.
Oh, Sherbin definitely would have screamed and jumped away at least, in shock.
So, obviously everybody can see him.
Yes. Well, this doesn't ruin my plans, just sets them back further. And he turns around, walks away, and gives a flick of his hand, and then a purple portal opens up in front of him, which he steps in, and it closes behind him.
Did we notice any obvious magic tech that let him open that?
Yeah, no magic tech.
Oh, fuck.
He just has the...
And that's where we're going to end that part, but a slight epilogue to the session, where Tritalk is dissipating in the middle of the plains. There's, as I mentioned, there's a huge well of ether that just appears to be evaporating.
Sorry, which one killed Tritalk?
Quetzalcoatl. Which means something to you, Kenji. I don't know if you caught that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Oh yeah. Kenji's remembering something now.
Oh, yeah.
Or from Letterkenny, I don't know which.
Should know.
But out from this, like shooting up out of the ground where there's this pool of ether, is a small pixie. Just kind of looking around like they have no idea what's here, but a big smile on their face. None of you guys can see this person, this pixie.
I don't know, my perception's pretty high.
It's also kind of far from you, and the pixie's pretty small. And that's where we'll pick up next time, literally a minute before 10 o'clock.
Great session.
That was good. Lots of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe Millie left to go kill the primal by herself. That's impressive.
She rallied the Dotharl, and, she just can't see her. She's on one of the birds, and she's going to save the day.
She also
Going
got
out for
the
milk,
sword.
cigarettes, and
You gotta be
primal
committed to
food.
killing one of these things. Great session.
That was
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, friends.
Bye, everybody. See you next week.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.
Night.
Night.
you.